And we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, joined along by General Manager Mark Cavallo here this evening as the Newton will take on the Bobcats. We apologize for being late, but there was a ball game that was going on, a 14-year-old baseball team that were playing, and they just not got done. They gave us 3 minutes to set everything up here in the press box and get ready to go. We're going to take a small break here for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined along by General Manager Mark Cavallo. Cavallo, this is the 5th game of a 5-game series here between the Newton Rebels and the Great Bend Bobcats. They are 1-3 so far. And if we get 2 games out of the series, it's not what we wanted, but it's at least going to be something.
But it'll be a lot better than we had last week, and I think that the guys know that. You know, if they can get this win, I always said if you can win the last game of the series and on the way home on road trip, makes the trip better. But, yeah, there's a lot of things that the Rebels need to be doing, and you and I, we've been pointing them out because, you know, one of them on the mound, they got to set a tone. They got giving them too many runs in the first inning, the second inning, and that puts the team in a hole, and that takes away the running game. So we'll see what Coach Park has in mind today. He said he has some different strategy. We'll find out.
Exactly right. You know, there's no way that we can put a team behind the 8 ball like we have in the last couple of games, getting down by that many runs. It's just you're just going uphill, you know, the whole time. So hopefully the Rebels batting here first will set the tone on with their bats, and then the pitch will come out and shut them down, and we'll be able to go. We're going to go through the 9 minutes, but we're ready to go here. So we know that our camera is not the best here for some reason in this stadium. We just looked up the answer for it, and apparently we're going to download an app to adjust that camera. And I don't understand it because we didn't have that problem when we played away. We came here. We started having that problem with getting way too light. So we apologize about that. Not have that app. I don't have the time to download it. So we're going to get started here. Leading off with the Newton Rebels will be the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman. Team for Great Bend will be number 24, David Blackburn. So we're ready to get started and get out to the ball field.
Yeah, Brotman from our city. Neosho County product going to Eastern Illinois. I think we're Coach Clark right now. He's looking to shaking up the lineup here a little. I mean, especially, you know, putting Brotman. He was the early season leadoff hitter.
So Blackman ready to go. That one is fouled off by Brotman. As the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
You know, Brotman's one of the older guys on the team, you know, showing some leadership. And I was talking to him before the game, and he thinks that we're about ready to make some improvements, so we'll see.
Here's the pitch by Blackburn. That one hit up the middle. It's going to be a base hit there for the Newton Rebels and for Andrew Brutman as he starts off the ball game with the first hit of the ball game.
And right there, Frank, I mean, 2 strikes, a pitcher gets it right around the plate. That's kind of what happens, but Brotman did a good job taking it right up the middle.
That will bring up the left fielder number 20, Aiden Corrigan.
Yeah, Corrigan from Saline, Michigan, 5'9", 170 from Heidelberg University, just finished his sophomore season.
And once again, we do apologize about the camera, but there's a throw down the first base, and Brotman in safely as the count goes to 1 ball and no strike.
Yeah, right there, I don't know, it wasn't a strike. Corrigan, Corrigan didn't bunt it, but the thing is, Corrigan ducked. And, one thing you want to do is hit her stand up straight if the kid to throw it to one of the corners, especially the bat. If it's your righty, go third base, lefty, first base.
Corrigan squares around and fouls that one off as the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here down to Aiden Corrigan, who's playing left field here this evening for the Newton Rebels.
Clark right now looking at just trying to get on the scoreboard. I mean, it's a mental thing. You get on the scoreboard in the first inning, and that's what we're trying to do.
And here's the pitch. That one is bunted right down first base line. The first baseman's going to make the tag on Corrigan. Moving over to second base is Andrew Brutman. So that is a sacrifice there by Corrigan as he advances the runner. Unassisted at first base. And that will bring up the center fielder number 14, Trey Wingett.
Corrigan, a great bunt. I mean, you want that first baseman to field it because if he fields it, you got a good shot. You had Brotman second easily.
So we have 1 down here in the top half of the first inning. Runner on at second base, and the first pitch to Wingett is low for ball 1.
Wingett from Washington, Utah, 6'2", 192. Gateway Community College. He just signed with St. Mary's out of California. And, I think he's going to have a good couple years out there.
And here's the pitch by Blackburn. That one hit to the left-hand side. Third baseman's going to come up with it. And they called him out. I thought Trey Wingett had beat that one out, but it's going to be a 5-3 put out. Brotman moves to third base on the play as there is now down here in the top half of the first inning. Runner on at third base, and that will bring up the third baseman number 23, Nolan Riley.
Known right there, Wingett, even though he was out and it was pretty close, we don't have instant replay or anything like that. But the thing is, he did move the runner from second to third.
Did a good job there getting the bat on the ball. So 2 down now. Once again, we apologize for the lateness. We were supposed to be on the air at 5:45 with game time at 6 o'clock. But there was a 14-year-old baseball game that was being played, and we had to wait till they finished. And then also we had to wait before we were able to set up our equipment.
Nolan Riley from Augusta, Kansas, 6'2", 185. Arkansas, Fort Smith.
Count is 1 ball, no strikes. That one is outside for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count to Nolan Riley.
Riley might have one of the best approaches we always talk about on the team. I think he has one of the best in the league. I haven't seen the whole league, but I know he played for the Rebels last year.
Well, he's definitely a tough out, that's for sure. That one in there for call strike, as that will take the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike.
He's one of those guys that just knows the strike zone, and he was taught well. And he knows, he'll put the ball in play somehow.
So David Blackburn now ready to go to work, and that one hits the outside corner, and that will even up the count now at 2-2. Nolan Riley up there with the runner on at third base, and 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. Boy, Carver, it sure would be nice if the Rebels could score here. That one just misses outside as the count goes full now at 3-2.
Like I said, he has a good eye right there because I thought it was a little too close, but he's right on. He's on the plate. He'll just go with the pitch here.
Sunny day here in Great Bend. That one misses outside for ball 4. So moving over to first base will be Nolan Riley on a walk, and that will bring up the designated hitter number 3, Corey Mason.
Yeah, Mason, lefty from New Market, Alabama, 5'10", 215, from Shorter University. Just finished his junior year.
So Corey Mason now getting ready to go to work here. And here's Blackburn's pitch. That one misses high for ball one. So one strike now to Mason. Mason, the designated hitter here this evening.
And it's good right now to make Blackburn throw some pitches, especially in the first inning, Frank. But it'd be nicer to get a score on the board.
Here would be. Here's the pitch. That one hits the outside corner for call, strike one. So the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike now to Corey Mason, left-handed batter. The Great Bend Batcats wearing their light blue jerseys with white pants, and the Rebels are wearing their red here tonight. And if you happen to notice, there's a ball that's fouled off there by Mason as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you happen to see us on our pregame, I was wearing red shirt and you were wearing black.
That's right.
And what's the reason behind that?
We're trying to change it up. You know, baseball guys are superstitious, and we've been wearing the same colors wherever we go. Hasn't worked real well, so we're going to change it up.
Oh, I see. I thought maybe you just didn't get the memo.
That's probably did.
Okay, so the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Corey Mason. But I do have to give you credit. You do have your red shirt in your hand there.
That's right. It's ready. So
the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Mason as we are in the top half of the first. There's a hard hit ball into right field. That's the fast hit. And coming around to third base is Andrew Brotman. And moving to third base is Nolan Riley. So a base hit there by Corey Mason. We'll give him a RBI as Andrew Brotman scores from third base. And ending up at third base is Nolan Riley. Great job of hitting there by Corey Mason.
Yeah, he took that inside, just went in, nothing fancy, just a little ground ball, and you know, hey, that's what happens, especially a 2-out hit, which that's one of the things that I know you've been talking about quite a bit.
So the score is 1-0 now in favor of the Newton Rebels here in the top half of the first inning. Due up now is the first baseman, number 44, Carson Thor.
Yeah, Thor from Tomball, Texas, 6'2", 225, Sul Ross State, finished up his freshman season.
So the count goes to no balls, 1 strike to Thor, and here's the pitch. That one just misses high for ball 1.
You know, Frank, in the 5th game right now, teams get to know each other, and scout reports, or doing the charts and all this. It's going to be interesting to see what the pitching, how they're going to be pitching the Rebels right now.
Here's Blackburn's pitch, a swing and a miss there by Thor as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once again, we apologize about the pitcher. Don't have the app downloaded on this computer. So with us changing computers as often as we have here to try to get a good product, it's just not on this computer. So the count now goes 2-2 as that one misses outside. And we will try to make sure that is downloaded so that way we can adjust the lighting on that. Because we know there isn't any buttons up there on that camera.
Yeah, I think it's
and
all.
We were trying to figure it out on how to make it darker. Well, we found out that there's supposed to be an app, but like I say, it's not downloaded on this computer. All right, count is 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off there by Carson Thor as the count stays at 2-2.
Yeah, I was going to say, Frank, you had 3 good approaches so far. Broutman with the 2 strike, taking the ball up the middle. You had the great at-bat there by Nolan Riley on that walk. And then you had Corey Mason with his 2 strikes.
That one's hit hard into center field. The center fielder moving to his right. That's Alex Rogers. At the warning track, makes the catch for out number 3. So at the end of 1/2 inning of play, the Newton Rebels, they score 1 run on 2 snow errors and 2 left on base. At the end of 1/2 inning play, it's the Rebels 1 and the Batcats coming to bat. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. We'd like to thank all our sponsors. The Play at the Plate, which forgot to announce, is sponsored by Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. Any double play today will be sponsored by the team of Pate and Paul, the attorneys at law. They're working for you. Pitching just this evening will be sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Any double by a Newton player is sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Any home runs by the Rebels is sponsored by John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. Also, any great plays or the player of the game, it will be sponsored by Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. I always like to thank Back Alley Pizza, who brings pizzas out to home games. We appreciate your sponsorship. And also like to thank all the host families. Mark, you know we couldn't do it without those host families. They are very important.
Definitely wouldn't be a Newton Rebels, right now. But, those guys, they did, all through the years, they've done a great job. And we thank you.
So defensively for the Rebels, at first base will be number 44, Thor. Second baseman will be number 7, Barnes. At shortstop, number 1, Brotman. Third baseman will be number 23, Riley. Left fielder will be number 20, Corrigan. Center fielder will be number 14, Wingett. Right fielder, number 0, Hickman. Catching will be number 22, Allen. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 41, Judith Graham.
Yeah, Judith lefty from Washington, 6'1", 180, Skagit Valley College, and just finished his freshman season.
And Graham, this is his first start for the Newton Rebels. I think he just showed up. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, and so like I said, we still have a couple more players coming in, but hopefully they'll all be in here by this next week.
So anyway, we do that's first pitch there by Graham, as we are now in the bottom half of the first inning. That's in there for ball 1. As the count goes, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 is the score. As Rebels scored 1 in the top half of the first with 2 hits. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 2 by Graham. And the batter is number 4, Alex Rogers.
And I think it's very important, Frank, this inning right here. Come after these guys, especially you got a dangerous hitter in Rogers. You do not want him on base.
Here's the pitch by Graham. Ball hit to the shortstop. Brotman backs up just a step, goes to first base, and he's out. It is a 6-3 put out for the first out.
Yeah, that was kind of scary in a way because he kind of went back on his heels, but Brotman with that arm, good accurate throw, and got the speedy Rogers out.
The left fielder, number 14, Dylan Blomquist.
That will bring up the left fielder, number 14, Dylan Blomquist.
Blomquist, 6'3", 190, left-handed pitcher and outfielder. He's from Temple College, and he is from Texas.
So Blomquist is now up there, left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. That one just misses high as the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. 1 down here in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. And here's the pitch. That one hit to the shortstop right. A line drive there to Brotman. Makes the catch for out number 2. Brotman just moved about 1 step to the right.
Yeah. And what I like about Judah right now, using that defense. So that's what I think you need to do, especially the first inning.
21, Andrew Inouye.
And that will bring up the designated hitter number 21, Andrew Inouye.
And we 6'1", 195, catcher is a junior from the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff.
So Graham ready to go to work. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1.
And we know he has some power because he hit that home run in game 2.
Here's the pitch. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Looks like the right fielder gets right down the line. And that is Eli Hickman makes the catch for out number 3. So the bottom half of the first inning, 40 Great Bend Batcats. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1, it is the Newton Rebels 1 and the Great Bend Batcats 0. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we move to the top half of the second inning. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by Mark Cavallo this evening, the manager for the Newton Rebels. Due up for the Newton Rebels, we'll have the second baseman, number 7, Justin Barnes. He'll be followed by the catcher, number 22, Connor Allen, and then the right fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman.
Well, it's definitely a better first inning than we we've seen in a while, Frank. Just scoring that one run execution, just good execution by the Rebels, and then shut down 1, 2, 3 with Judah Graham, the new pitcher.
Yeah, Rocco last night had a little bit tough outing there in that first inning, as he allowed 5 runs, and just like I say, just put us back behind the 8 ball a little bit. And they only had, I think, 1 or 2 hits in that first inning. So, but it was walks and hit batsmen that kind of got him in a little bit of trouble. I think he had 2 walks and a hit batsman that put the bases loaded when the batter came up and hit a double to clear the bases. So due up here in the top half of the second baseman, number 7, Justin Barnes. Here's the pitch. Yep. That one misses for ball 1.
Barnes, righty from Marietta, Georgia, 5'10", 180 from Shorter University, and he's just finished his sophomore season.
Ball hit the left-hand side is going to be foul. If that takes the count, now 1 ball, 1 strike. And Brett Clark looking at down the line there, seeing if it hit in fair territory, but apparently it didn't.
That's when Coach Clark turns into an umpire right there, and of course it was going to be fair, but
well, when the umpire calls a strike and we don't think so, we always say he's got the better view than we do. Well,
right.
Clark had the better view that time. So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike, and Blackburn now ready to go to work. Here's a swing and a miss there by Dustin Barnes as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is 90 degrees here in Great Bend, and with the humidity only of 32%. Boy, last night it was 86%. Swing and a miss there by Barnes. He goes down, but their throw gets away, the ball gets away from the catcher, so the throw goes to first base for the out. So that is the first strike count of the ball game for David Blackburn. So we have 1 down now.
And I was going to say, Frank, I know you were talking about the team batting average, which is what you say, 220?
222.
222. And, and I expect it's going to be coming up here. Once the guys are getting more used to the wood and working on their approaches, I think we'll see a higher batting average. But I think the big thing is getting that ERA down.
That first pitch now to Connor Allen that's in there for strike 1. As count goes, no balls, 1 strike. We do have a little bit of a wind. Looks like it's about 9 miles an hour out of the east. But it does definitely feel better up here in the press box. That's a hard hit ball there by Connor Allen, and Allen records his first hit of the ball game. And that is the 3rd hit for the Newton Rebels here this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, because it is after 6 o'clock. We do have a run on first base with 1 out, and that will bring up the right fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman.
What I liked about Allen right there, he got his hands, if you notice, Frank, he got him done early. He loaded his hands and just went with the pitch.
So Allen is now at first base with 1 down. There's a hard hit ball to the first baseman. 1 bouncer. He'll be going, and that's going to be safe at second base. And now going to third base will be Allen, and that will be an error for the Batcats. Boy, that throw there by the first baseman was right on the money. And I think the shortstop, Zane Spinn, just kind of looked up to see if he had a play at first base before he caught that. So there is an error there, and a fielder's choice there by Hickman.
And that's one thing. We haven't seen him make a lot of errors or whatever, but right there, it's one of the basic. Watch the ball into your glove.
Exactly right. So that will bring up the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman. So we have Connor Allen at third base, and a nice job of running there by Connor Allen as he's all that ball go away. There goes Hickman down to second base. They're going to get him. Sliding in second base and making the tag was the second baseman, Noah Best. A good toss there by Junior Torres, who's catching for Great Bend. That was right on the money. So now we have 2 down. So a 2-4 put out for the second out. And that pitch was called strike 1, by the way. The count goes to no balls and 1 strike now to Andrew Brotman. That one hits the outside corner. Oh, count is 1-1 now, the umpire says. Sorry about that. We'll reset
That's what
this.
I thought that first one. I thought, Brotman, could have protected him a little, maybe swing over it or something like that. You want to do something to distract that catcher.
Yeah, that's definitely right. So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike now, and here's the pitch. That one misses low, and Junior Torres is able to scoop that up there as the count now goes to 2 balls, 1 strike.
And he's done a great series defensively, Torres.
Try to get some stats here because I'm not able to get it off my computer for some reason. See if I can get it off my phone. Hard hit ball by Rotman to the shortstop. Shortstop spin goes to first for out number 3. So a 6-3 put out for the 3rd out. In the top half of the 2nd inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs, all 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. So at the end of 1 1/2, it is the Rebels 1 and the Batcats 0. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. We are in Great Bend, Kansas, as the Newton Rebels lead 1-0 over the Batcats. Due up now for the Batcats will be the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn.
And one thing I want to bring up about Judah Graham, we don't know much about him, Frank. We don't know how far he can go into the game. We don't know, especially in the heat, how he's going to react to this. So I guess we're all finding out along with Coach Clark and what he can do today.
So here's the pitch by Graham. That misses for ball 1. As we are in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. 1-0 to score so far. The Rebels have scored 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and the Batcats have scored no runs on no hit and 1 error.
And a spin from Temple College.
That one misses for ball 3. 3-0 now the count to Zane Spinn, the shortstop.
He's a good-sized guy, 6'4", 195, Holland, Texas.
Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 4. So on first base will be the shortstop, Zane Spinn, on a walk by Judith Graham. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, number 15, Nico Bombach.
Nico Bombach, 6 foot, 230. Sophomore from Northeast Texas Community College. And his hometown is Euless, Texas. You've been there many times, Frank. I know that.
I can't say that I have.
You've been all over.
Is there golf courses there? If there's golf courses there, I might have.
If I name the country club or whatever, you've probably been there, so I'll have to do my research.
So the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Bombach, as Spinn is on at first base with a walk. And Bombach comes in batting 176. Has appeared in 7 ball games. Has been up the bat 17 times. Has scored 2 runs. 1 double. Has 3 RBIs, 3 base on balls, and has struck out 3 times.
Yeah, they're going to make him throw a strike right here. Let's see what happens.
Count is 2 balls and no strikes now to Bombach. And here is Graham's pitch. As a matter of fact, he goes to first base. Boy, he pulled me on that one.
Yep.
Thought he was coming home.
It's part of being lefty,
Well, he would have got me out if I was not paying attention to first
off.
base. Yeah, I probably would have been taken off. And here, Graham's set, ready to go. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside as the count goes to 3 balls, no strikes. And just like a good catcher does, Connor Allen will now move out to the pitcher's mound to give him a little talking to, saying settle down. as he walked the first batter. Now he's down 3-0 to Nico Bombach.
You know, and you like to see that. The catcher, I always say, coach on the field, because he sees everything. He knows, you know, you can ask your catchers, is the guy, where's he throwing it? Is he throwing strikes? Is he off? Whatever. Is he getting tired? They usually, hopefully he'll put on his hander. And that was good to see some leadership right there.
So Graham ready to go to work here on the 3-0 count. That one in there for call strike one. That will take the count now to 3-1.
You got to remember this is Hunter's first time catch, so it's going to be interesting, the repertoire between those two guys.
First time working together. And that one is called strike, I believe.
You don't throw the bat. And it was close anyway, but I mean, that doesn't help your cause. Yeah. He threw the bat towards the dugout, and umpire did that late strike two.
So the count goes full now at 3-2 with no outs and a runner on at first base. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, 1-0 to score. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 4. Now there will be runners on at first and second as Judith Graham walks the first two batters here in the bottom half of the second inning. And that's what's been getting the Rebels in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, almost 50% of the runs scored against the Rebels have been walks and hit batters.
So that will bring up the catcher number 26, Junior Torres.
Torres, 6 foot 188, catcher from Paris Junior College. Very good school, good baseball school, Irving, Texas.
Torres has appeared in 6 ball games, has been up the bat 11 times, has 1 hit, and has scored 4 runs. And here's the pitch by Graham in there for call strike 1. No balls, 1 strike now to Torres. Spin is on at second base as he walked and moved over to second as Bombach walked to first. So runners on at first and second with no out here in the bottom half of the second inning. And here Judith Graham. Square down is Torres.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of defense they have right there. I guess first baseman crashing and third baseman's going to read.
And that count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Torres. And here's the pitch. That one just low. The count will now go to 2 balls, 1 strike.
You know, that's one play you don't see too much. I mean, the first baseman throwing it to third base, the 3-5. And you might see it 2 or 3 times a year, and it's usually on defense.
Do want to let you know that we've been promising that give you a little bit better broadcast. My nephew called me here this afternoon, just texted me as I was at the ballpark, matter of fact. There's a pitch called strike, so count will go down to 2 balls, 2 strikes. I want to know if the tech people have called me back on the program, and he said, we will get this problem fixed tomorrow. He goes, I think I know what the problem is. So I told you, Card, that he's the kind of guy that will not give up until he finds a solution.
I hope so.
So we're hoping that does solve a problem on our computer, and we'll get a computer that doesn't buff and doesn't overheat. Because you got to see my machine here. That CPU is in the red every time, and that's when it usually buffs. Count is 2-2, and here's the pitch by Graham. That one misses low. Ball gets away there from Allen. Both runners will advance now to second and third, and the count will go full now at 3-2. Once again, no outs here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Yeah, you can see right there, Graham rushed it right there. You know, it wasn't in rhythm, whatever, just rushed everything. And usually when you rush, that ball goes right down right to the ground.
Well, once again, base on balls getting us in trouble here as Graham is trying to get out of the inning here. Trying to just get an out, to be honest with you. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Looks like Hickman will get under it in right field. And here's the throw into home. And tagging up at home plate, or third base, is Zane Spin. And he will advance and score.
Yeah, Torres did his job. He's getting that ball far enough where you got to make the deep throw. And usually we're going to right field is usually a good place to go.
So we have one down now with the runner score. And the runner did advance to third base was Bombach. That would bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry.
Henry, 5'9", 185, righty outfielder. And he's also a junior from Pittsburgh State University, Gardner, Kansas.
Henry comes in batting 261 as he's appeared in 8 ball games, has been up the plate 23 times, has 6, and has recorded 6 runs. Also has a total of 5 RBIs.
Middle's playing back.
That one in there for call strikes as the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Tyler Henry. So we have 1 down here now in the bottom half of the second inning with the score tied up at 1 apiece. Randall got some work to do. That one is fouled off by Henry as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and this one of those innings that could wear down a pitcher too. You know, it's a lot of pitches he's throwing this inning.
But I think I said 90, 94 degrees here in Great Bend.
Makes it even longer.
It
You know,
does.
just when you want to be efficient, get in and out like you did the first inning.
Well, that was exactly my point there. So Judith Graham's pitch. That one is lifted to the right-hand side. Thor moving in foul territory. And he does make the catch, and here comes the throw as tagging up from third base will be Nico Umbach. Another run will score. So fly out to the first baseman for the second out.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Thor. You sometimes wonder, do you let it go? I mean,
Right.
sometimes that's a thought. You know,
Because
That'll bring up the
that was almost in the bullpen area.
yeah, it's over the bullpen. There was no way his momentum taking him away like that over the shoulder catch. Great catch.
So we do get the out anyway, and the score is 2-1 now in favor of Great Bend. That will bring up the first baseman, number 34, Micah Grover. First pitch there by Graham to Grover is way outside.
Yeah, it's like that ball slipped a little, and a little perforate right there.
Grover comes in batting .313 as he's appeared in 9 ball games, has been up the bat 16 times, has 5 hits and 6 runs scored.
He's a big hit too, 6'1", 220. You know, Coach Ward had some big old boys on here. And but anyway, he's a sophomore from Barton County, right here, a local guy, and he's Cheney, Kansas.
And here's a pitch by Graham. That one in there for call strike. As it goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down now. 2-1 is the score in favor of it. As the Rebels scored first in the top half of the first, and now here in the bottom half of the second inning, the Batcats have scored 2 runs to take that lead. 2-1. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 3.
And again, one constant subject we've talked about is leadoff walks. And the whole thing is it's all about percentages, Frank. And if you get a walk after 2 outs, chances are you probably won't score.
So here's a pitch by Graham. Breaking ball in there for call strike 2, and that will take the count now to full at 3-2. Well, it'd be nice if Graham could get his first strikeout of.
I know one of our fans was asking me yesterday, man, it'd be nice if some teams give us leadoff walks or something like that. And I said, Dad, we'll get it down. We're going to fix it.
Here's the pitch. That one hit a little dribbler down the line at third base, and the ball goes to Graham, and now he throws the ball away. So that will be a base hit and an error, I believe. That's the way I would score it.
Yes, I do. I'll tell you one thing I did like. I did like the hustle by Eli Hickman in right field. He was, as soon as that was thrown over there, he was hustling over there. I've seen a lot of outfielders, they just spectate, and who knows how far he would have gotten if Eli wasn't there.
Well, now standing at second base will be Micah Grover. Once again, I think that was a base hit there by Grover, as that was a dribbler down the third base line. I believe he's going to be safe, and then on the throw, he will move to second base on the error. So we have a runner on at second base with 2 down now. And here's the pitch by Graham. That one in there for call strike 1.
That drives you nuts, especially a swinging bunt is what we call it. And that was definitely one that wasn't intentional.
Nope, he just kind of chopped that into the ground, and it killed it enough to where it just rolled down third base line. And Judith Graham was actually the only one that was able to get the ball, but just not in time. Sometimes you just kind of need to hang on to those sometimes. But he was hustling. That's the main thing.
Oh, yeah, he was hustling. I had a player one time at Kansas Wesleyan when I was head coach there, and he was trying to perfect the swinging bunt. Tried to hit the top of the ball. I said, good luck with that.
Well, Noah Best is the batter now for Great Bend, second baseman. Best comes in batting. .250. He's appeared in 6 ball games, has been up the bat 16 times, has 4 hits, and has scored 2 runs. 2-1 now the count to Noah Best.
Yeah, Noah, he's a 6'1", 190 from Birmingham Southern College.
And here's the pitch by Graham. That one hits the outside corner, and that will even up the count now at 2-2.
And Frank, I got to tell you, I've been coaching a long time. And I know a lot of colleges. I don't know much about Birmingham Southern College. Do you? From Carrollton. And he's from Carrollton, Georgia. But do you know much about that?
If it's not in Kansas, I don't know much about it. No, sir. I'm sorry. Here's the pitch. That one lifted foul down the first base side.
But that just shows that, how Coach Ward, the connections he has some really good coaching connections. This through the years, being a guy that went to Barton County and played, and just through the years, he knows a lot of people. And this shows he's got them all over the country.
It's very important that you get those connections, because that's how you're going to get those players. That one breaking the outside as the count goes full now at 3-2. So Judith Graham needs to get this out here, as he has walked 2 to start off the inning, and then with a base hit there.
Yeah, in his first outing, all these pitches right now, I don't know what the numbers are now, but it's quite a bit.
And there is ball 4 now. And that's the 3rd walk given up here in this inning by Judith Graham.
So we're going to have a visit from Coach Mandarino, the pitching coach of the Rebels. He's probably been pulling his hair a lot. I know Coach Clark and we had a discussion this morning about it, and it's definitely a concern. You can't just look away, but you keep hoping to challenge these guys, and he's talking to him right now, because think about this, Frank. It's the first time he's ever watched him pitch. So what do you tell a kid?
Yep, definitely having a little problem here this inning. He did a great job there in the first inning. Of course, went 1, 2, 3. His defense helped him out, but you can't depend on your defense if you give up walks.
And I like they have somebody in a bullpen right there. I don't know if they're going to be getting ready, but somebody's in there, so they're thinking about being a little proactive, because you don't know how far this guy can go.
Number 4, Alex Rogers.
Like I said before, Judah, it's the first time hit. It's from Washington. He might not be used to what you brought up, the humidity.
So due up now for Great Bend will be the center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers. And Rogers definitely a danger here for Great Bend.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to walk to get to Rogers.
And here's the pitch by Graham. That one misses outside for ball 1. The 1 ball, no strikes. We have Grover on at second base, Best on at first. As Grover reached on a base hit and moved over to second base on an error. And then Best is now on with that walk. That is the 3rd walk of this inning here in the bottom half of the inning. There's a strike in there as the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and Frank, and it's tough. It's been tough for the Rebels just because they've been playing from behind basically the whole season. Look, and you get a lead, you can do different things. You could run more, you could steal, execute, but you don't want to get down too much right here.
Here's the pitch by Graham. That one misses, and Connor Allen is able to make that stop there, scoop it up. Well, Rogers is the best hitter that the Great Bend Batcats have. He's coming in batting .429 as he's appeared in 9 ball games. Has been up the bat 28 times.
Look how many runs he's scored over everybody else.
He's got 12 hits and 17 scored. So he's very dangerous. That's why you put him up the leadoff hitter. There's another ball as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike now to Alex Rogers. He did ground out to the shortstop his first time up.
Well, I guess Coach Mandarino, the guys are coming out of the bullpen, so I don't know what's going on, but
that one way outside, and there is ball 4.
I'd definitely be concerned right now because his pitches aren't even close.
Rogers will be on at first base with another walk, and Grover moves over to third base. Best moves to second base. So the bases are loaded now. They'll bring up the left fielder, number 14, Dylan Blomquist now up at the plate.
Yeah. Blunkwell College, he's a pretty dangerous hitter. We've seen that. He can use the field pretty well.
Bachwest comes in batting 182. That first pitch to him is in there for call strike one. 2-1 is the score in favor of Great Bend here in the bottom half of the second inning. The bases are loaded for Great Bend, but there is 2 down. So Graham can get out of this inning. That one misses high for ball 1. Without any more runs scored, I would say he did his job, except walking
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's you know,
four base runners.
This
Here's
inning's
the
gonna-
pitch. That one lifted foul. That's over the dugout of the Batcats.
But you got to look at it, Frank. This inning's going to take a lot out of him, how far he can go in this game, and being efficient. I know the coaches are thinking, hey, let him work out of it and all that, but you cannot get behind because right now you got the bases loaded.
Well, this is the 8th batter in the inning for Great Bend. So he has faced a lot of batters here. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, that's going to be hit right up the middle, and that's in for a base hit. So another run scores from third base, and coming in to score from second base is Best. As
And I'm not right there. I'm not sure where the center fielder. You know, he probably just throw it to second. Instead, he threw a little wild. That was Trey Wingate. You know, I don't know if the ball just got away from him, but the ball was bouncing around in the infield, and that's the extra base by Bloomquist.
So two more runs of score there for Great Bend. Now takes the score 4-1 in favor of Great Bend, as the Bearcats have scored 4 runs here in the bottom half of the second inning. And that will bring up the 9th batter. It will be designated hitter number 21, Andrew Inwea. Inwea comes in batting 294. That one called strike one. Inwea also has appeared in 7 ball games, has been up about 17 times, has 5 hits, and scored 3 runs. And here's Graham's pitch. Breaking ball stays up high, as that will take the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's frustrating. I mean, it's very frustrating because, you know, you bowed out of it. We bowed out 4 hitters ago, something like that. Here they are, still at runners in scoring position.
That one lifted to the right-hand side, going to be out of play. There is a couple pitchers warming up now in the Newton Rebels bullpen.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, Frank, you just got a sense that there's, you know, what's going on with the game. And in a perfect game, yeah, let the guy work out of it and all that. But right now, how we've been playing, you've got to kind of be proactive sometimes.
So 4 walks here in the inning. 1 error does not help the cause. Here's the pitch, and that one into the ground. Nice job there by Connor Allen. And boy, I thought that was going to get by him. But he was able to scoot to his left and knock that one down.
Boy, Allen's he's already saved a couple of runs just.
That takes the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Inwea. And here's the pitch by Graham. That one, a breaking ball, misses high for ball 3. So a full count once again, now to Inwea. And here's the pitch by Graham. That breaking ball misses high for ball 4. And the walk given up by Graham.
Yeah, that's going all around. Frank, I believe so, right around the lineup right now.
Yeah, this is the 10th batter. That is the 5th walk this inning by Judith Graham. Brings up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spin. Spin started off the second inning with a walk, and I think that's going to be it for Judith Graham, as Brett Clark comes in and grabs the ball from him, or takes it from him, I should say. And I believe this is
Rylan Wallingford. And Wallingford, I don't know how much he had to warm up. I didn't see him. Did you, Frank? I didn't know if he.
Well, he pitched yesterday's ball game, lead into the ball game. So Wallingford now coming in, number 18, coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels.
With the
This back cat call to the bullpen is brought to you by Eagle Radio. Look Eagle Radio for all your hits. It's
So,
number 18,
Rylan
Wallingford.
Wallingford.
Yeah, from Blair, Nebraska, 5'11", 178, Southwest Tennessee State. He's a utility player, so I guess he does do it all here. And he just finished his freshman season. And like you said, Frank, what do you think about his pitching yesterday?
Did a good job. I think he pitched one full inning last night's ball game. I was surprised to see him out there, but I didn't know he pitched. But he's coming out, and so far for Graham, he's given up 4 runs, and he's only allowed 2 hits, but he walked 5 batters. And then he also had an error on the throw. So that second inning not very good for Judith Graham, and I'm sure we'll see better stuff from him on a different day.
Got a lot of potential. I think he needs to get more of a rhythm. He rushed a lot, and how much is that his nerves too? His first time out, and but just what we've been saying though, the Rebels have got to get this early inning, game situation dilemma fixed.
Well, we definitely can't allow him to score any more runs here. As Rylan Wallingford, that call to bullpen is pitching change is sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. We thank all our sponsors. And here's Wallingford's first pitch. A swing and miss there by Zane Spin as the count goes to balls and 1 strike. Once again, bases are loaded here in the bottom half of the second inning. 4-1 is a score in favor of Great Bend, as they've scored all 4 runs here in the bottom half of the second inning. That ball hit hard into right field, and looks like Eli Hickman will get under it and makes the catch for out number 3.
Did a great job throwing strikes right there.
So the bottom half of the second inning for Great Bend, they score 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, it is the Batcats 4 and the Rebels 1, and we'll be right back. Okay, we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the third inning. The score is 4-1 in favor of Great Bend, and 2 up for the Newton Rebels is the left fielder number 20, Aiden Corrigan.
I was just going to say, just found out Graham he has 52 pitches those first 2 innings, and around 40 that second inning. That's a tough one.
A lot of work there for Mr. Graham. So he had a good first inning, but that second inning just did him in. There's a ball hit to the right-hand side. The first baseman will toss to Blackburn, and that will be a 3-1 play for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the top half of the third inning. That will bring up the center fielder number 14, Trey Winged. Winged now coming up to the plate for the second time here this evening. He grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. Wingett comes in batting .227 as he's appeared in 8 ball games, has been up to about 23 times, and has a total of 5 hits. He has also scored 4 runs here this season.
Yeah, Frank, I was going to say the Rebels right now, they're used to playing from behind. I mean, that's what they've been doing, and I think the 13 games they've played, or 12 games, and
there's a hard hit ball to the second baseman. Nice scoop there by the second baseman for the Batcats. That's the best. Goes to first for out number 2. So a 4-3 put out.
Yeah, and that's on 2 pitches, Frank. So, I mean, you know, Blackburn, you know, all that getting out, you know, and like I said, pretty sure Nolan Riley's, he'll take one or something. He'll make sure that's not a 3-pitch inning for a pitcher, which is a dream for a pitcher.
That's where he's at now. If Wingett swung at the second one and Corrigan swung at the first one, that's only 3 pitches this inning. First pitch is called ball 1 to Nolan Riley.
Yeah,
we now have 2 down.
I was going to say, Frank, I just think right now, you know, hitters need to be patient.
That one in there for call strike 1 as the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Riley comes in batting .375 as he's appeared in 5 ball games, has been up to bat 16 times, has 6 hits, and has scored 3 runs. There's a pitch that hits the outside corner. The count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's one thing Great Bend's been doing this whole series is pounding the outside.
Riley also has a total of 4 RBIs here this season so far for the Rebels. And here pitch misses down in the ground as the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here in the top half of the third. 4-1 is the score in favor of Great Bend. And David Blackburn ready with his 2-2 count. That one lifted through over the second baseman's hit. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get there. Oh, what a catch here by Best as he backed up, and then finally just stuck his glove out, and it ended up in his glove for the 3rd out.
And he did bust him in right there, but Riley tried to inside out, but just not far enough.
So that is a fly ball to the second baseman for the 3rd out. So the top half of the 3rd inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The end of 2.5. It is the Bats 4 and the Rebels 1, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, joined along by Mark Cavallo, General Manager, as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Due up for the Great Bend will be the 3rd baseman, number 15, Nico Bombard.
I've been impressed with Wallingford for a guy that, you know, we haven't seen him pitch. We've seen him as a position player. But as a pitcher, he's doing a good job.
First pitch to Bombach lifts it to the left fielder. Nice job as he kept backing up, and that's Aiden Corrigan making the catch at the track area for out number 1.
Yeah, it's good. You can see some communication out there between him and Wingett right there.
That will bring up the catcher number 26, Junior Torres. Junior flew out the right field and had an RBI scored in the bottom half 2nd inning. Check swing there by Torres, fouled off as the count goes 0 balls, 1 strike. 1 down now here in the bottom half 3rd inning.
Yeah, Wallingford right now, I like him right now as a pitcher right here because, I mean, he just comes right after you, nothing fancy, and he has some good movement too.
The main thing is he's throwing the ball across the plate. That one just misses high as the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Junior Torres.
And Frank, just like Coach Clark and his coaches, I mean, it's the first time we've seen a lot of these players and what they can do.
Breaking ball is fouled off there by Torres as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Rylan Wallerford in his as he faces his third batter. That one
Oh.
hits Torres as he notice he changed his delivery. He
Yeah.
came from the side there, and he hits Torres on the side. So Torres will be on at first base.
I was going to say that's his first mistake right there because he dropped down, but he has the confidence to do that. To drop down, Frank, and kind of go submarine, but
25, Tyler
tail right into him.
Henry.
That will bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry.
It's like a little slider right there. I mean, he's got some good little action, late action.
The count is, sorry about that. No balls and 2 strikes now to Henry. Trying to get back to the stats page here on my phone.
Well, and I was going to talk about Walliford again. I mean, if he can develop and be one of the guys out of the pen that comes out there and just throws strikes, that's awesome. Because right now, you and I have been trying to, which guys could come into the game and throw strikes.
Well, the main thing is not walking anybody. And of course, a hit batsman is kind of like a walk.
Yeah,
Put him
yeah,
on base.
no, it is. It
you
all
know.
goes down. It's all in those on base averages and things like that. Against you or for you, and it's been going against the Rebels more than for them.
Henry comes in batting 261. He's appeared in 8 ball games. Has been up to about 24 times. He has a total of 6 hits and has scored 6 runs. That one misses outside for ball 1. So the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
No, that's actually swung.
Oh,
and
was it a
missed.
swing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he swung and a little fat tip, and I think Connor Allen caught it. Great
Okay.
job by Allen.
I saw Alan move away. I was looking at the stats, reading his stats there. So now we do have 2 down. That is the first strike out there by Walliford. Apologies for the second out of the inning. We'll bring up the first baseman, number 34, Micah Grover. Thanks for correcting me there, Carv, because
No problem.
I was reading the stats there. And here's the pitch by Wallingford. Well, maybe not, because he does step off this time. Every time I say that, something that happens.
What do you think of Walliford as a pitcher?
Well, he's doing a good job. Like
Pretty
you say,
impressed.
he's putting the ball across the plate or in that area, and that's what you need to do.
He's got some good movement. He has that late movement.
Here's the pitch by Wallingford. That breaking ball in there for call strike 1.
He's definitely a pitch before Frank. I mean, we don't have a lot on him as a pitcher.
So Micah Grover now up there with 2 down. And we have Torres on at first base as he got hit by a pitch to throw over to first base. Torres in safely. 0-1 the count.
And I always like guys like this. I always felt, when I play ball, a lot of guys play 2 positions.
Here's the pitch. That one outside. And that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
We had guys that played outfield pitch. I third base did some pitching. I mean, everybody did something like that. And then it got away where you just wanted position only, POs. Or pitchers only, position onlys. You know what I mean? You just had those kind of deals. But
Here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Grover.
But look, if you can get the job done either way, and it's going to help you win your team, why not? And I always felt it was hypocritical for me to recruit a kid that can do both. Say no, you can't. But if they can show me, show me.
So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Micah Grover. As we do have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. 4-1 the score. And here is. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I stopped.
No, and I like that. I mean, he's changing the tempo. I mean, right now it's, Walliford's in control, and that's what he knows that.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. He's showing who's in control out there, just like it should be. And there's a timeout as the junior Torres is tying his shoes. You know what we used to do in Little League? When somebody tied their shoes, we said, okay, everybody tie your shoes.
Yeah.
We're going to call a timeout. We might as well call a timeout 1 time.
Good time for it.
Good time for it. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Grover. Here is Walliford pitch. There goes Junior Torres to second base. That one is fouled off. So the count will stay the same, and Torres hits back to first base as there is 2 down here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
And this is a situation we've been talking about, too, with pitchers, Frank. Right there, you got 2 outs, runner on first. And just focus on the hitter. You're ahead of him. So put all your focus on that hitter right there.
So Rylan Wallingford is throw. There's a breaking ball right down the line. That's going to be in for extra bases. Coming around second base is Torres, and he's going to be stopping at third base. And in with a double is Micah Grover as he records his second hit of the ball game. That will put Torres at third base and Grover on at second. And we have 2 down, and we'll bring up the second baseman of 10, Noah Bez.
And this was the point I'm trying to prove. When you keep that runner, at first base, it's going to take 2 hits to score. So right now, yeah, they got the 1, but they didn't score. So Wallingford has a chance to get out of this inning.
Yeah, he still has a chance. Best walked his last time and scored a run. So Rylan Wallingford now ready to go to work. That one up high for ball 1.
And again, we don't know how far Wallingford could go because he also pitched yesterday. So, we're finding out a lot about these pitchers.
That one hits the right side. Nice catch there by the first baseman, Carson Thor, as he jumps up and snags that one for the 3rd out. So the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Great Bend Batcats. They score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 3 innings of play, it is Great Bend Batcats 4 and Duke Rebels 1, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. 4-1 is the score in favor of Great Bend. Rebels scored first in the 1st inning as Andrew Brotman scored on a base hit there by Corey Mason. And then the Great Bend went down 1-2-3 in the top half of the 1st, but then they send 10 batters to the plate in the 2nd. As Judith Grant ended up throwing 40 pitches, did you see, in that second inning?
Second inning, yeah, that's 52 altogether. So
52 pitches in the 2 innings, but he did walk 5 guys and gave up 2 hits, also had an error, so he was taken out, and now Rylan Wallingford is in the pitch. Go ahead.
One thing I just wanted to say, Frank, our good friend, Jim Williams, our director of hospitality, his wife had to go to the hospital yesterday, ER. We were kind of concerned about him, but we do have good news. She's doing better, and I know a lot of people out there love Jim and everything and care about him and his wife, so I just want to bring up some good news there.
Well, that's good to hear, and Jim is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, I'll tell you that. That one fouled off as Corey Mason now up at the plate as we are in the top half of the 4th inning. So the count is no balls, 1 strike now to Corey Mason. And I like Jim because he always brings me a water right before the broadcast.
We call him the face of it because he's the first one you're going to see when you walk in the gate.
That's right. That one misses low for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. And that's one thing you definitely want to do. Definitely want to take care of your answer.
That's right.
So next time you come to the broadcast, don't forget to bring me something to drink.
All right. I got the hint, Frank.
Okay. Well, this is only the 11th or 12th ball game, and I still haven't seen a drink from you. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. You did find me a soda pop there on the way here.
I'm a good GM,
Appreciate it. That one is hit into right field. Great hit there by Corey Mason as Mason records his 2nd hit of the ball game.
Nice, easy swing. Just going with the pitch again, Frank. I mean, that's one thing I know you and I both agree on. Definitely just go with the pitch. Don't try to do too much, and that's what Mason did right there.
Yeah, Mason did a good job there. Received the 2nd hit of the ball game. That will bring up the first baseman, number 44, Carson Thor. So we have a runner on at first base with no outs. And Thor now up. That first pitch hits the outside corner for call strike one.
Yeah, I mean, their pitcher there, Blackburn, he's doing a good job getting ahead. I mean, you keep getting ahead, and then you watch, and you get to throw your pitches. You get to throw the pitches pitch.
Thor squares around to bunt, and he does lay a bunt down the first base line. First baseman is going to tag him out, so Mason goes to second base on the sacrifice by Thor. It is 3 unassisted for out number 1.
Yeah, right now I think Coach Clark is trying to creep that separation, make another run in there, make it a 2-run game. You're trying to squeeze it. The thing is, you go, well, yeah, we got to stop them, defensively and pitching. But right now, let's make this a 2-run game if we can.
That brings up the second baseman, number 7, Justin Barnes. Barnes comes in batting .350 for the Newton Rebels. He's appeared in 6 ball games, has been up to bat 20 times, has 7 hits, and has scored 3 runs. First pitch to Barnes is called strike 1. Once again, we have Corey Mason on at second base with 1 down here in the top half of the 4th inning. 4-1 is the score in favor of Great Bend. Swing and a miss there by Barnes as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch right there. Again, Blackburn hitting the count. He can do one of those things. He could throw that ball down there, a slider or whatever, and it's tough to lay off that.
So no balls, 2 strikes now to Justin Barnes. I did talk to a lot of the players here today before the game started as we were all waiting. That is call strike 3 as that one hits the outside corner. Going down looking is Justin Barnes.
Yeah, I mean, that fastball on the outside. I know Coach Ferguson was talking about that. As one is concerned, he thinks we're looking at too many fastballs. That's what he told me. And that was a good, right there, you got to step out of the box, 0-2, whatever you need to do, and regroup.
That brings up the catcher, number 22, Connor Allen, with a runner on seconds and 2 down now here in the top half of the 4th inning. Anyway, I was saying that I was talking to some of the players, said, hey, I need your info. That ball gets away from the catcher, has no idea where it's at. Going to third base will be Corey Mason. As the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Allen.
There's a good reason why you're trying to move that runner, Frank. You get the runner right there to third base, and that was a run. So it's all about execution.
Yep. And anyway, I was talking to the players and told them I need their information. Some of the parents, I'm sure, would like to get their names announced on the broadcast. And I also talked to Thomas Capion.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him that I appreciate his mom's comments. And I did respond to her there when it hits the outside corner for call strike 1. So the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike. With runner on third base and 2 down. Anyway, he said, oh, good. He goes, I'm glad you got me. He goes, because in a couple games, he goes, I am bringing something special to all the announcers up in the press box. That one hit hard there by Connor Allen. That's going back, and that is a home run by Connor Allen. A 2-run home run by Connor Allen. Now that takes the score to 4-3. That home run is sponsored by John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. And there was no doubt about that one.
High fastball, Blackburn throwing the high fastball right there, and it's one of his rare mistakes today. And I'll tell you, Connor Allen's working with his hands. Remember he said that, talking about earlier about loading those hands early, and it's definitely paid. He's been hitting the ball. He's been driving it a lot better lately.
Well, that is his 2nd hit of the ball game and 2 RBIs. For Connor Allen. That will bring up the right fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman. 4-3 is the score now in favor of Great Bend. And that first pitch was a ball to Eli Hickman. That one lifted foul, and that's going to be out of play. And the count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, there was no doubt about that hit there by Connor Allen as that ball was lit well over the fence. The left fielder, all he could do was run back to the fence area and just watch it go out.
Yeah.
I did.
I
did the sponsor already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then also the play at the plate is sponsored by Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there.
I know, Frank, we haven't got to say that a lot lately. That's why I was all excited right there.
Yeah. We want to make sure we cover our sponsors anytime something happens that they paid for. And that one is lifted along the third base side. That's going to be foul. As the count now goes to 1 ball and, correction, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2 runs have been scored here in the top half of the 4th inning for the Newton Rebels on that home run by Connor Allen, as he recorded his 2nd hit of the ball game.
I said Allen, that's 6'2", 225, a Barton County guy. I mean, local, goes to college here.
Ball is fouled off there by Hickman.
Now they don't play their games here, but hey, Frank, I mean, he's in Great Bend, right? So I mean, that's.
Yep.
But no, they have a beautiful ball field there on campus at Barton County, and I'm looking for Connor Allen to have a big spring next year.
Here's the pitch. That one breaking in there for call strike 3, and Eli Hickman looks at strike 3 for out number 3. That is the 3rd strikeout recorded by David Blackburn. So the top half of the 4th inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, it is Great Bend 4 and the Newton Rebels 3. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined along by General Manager Mark Cavala. As we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, the score, the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 3. 2 up for the Great Bend Batcats will be the center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers.
Frank, we're in a area called Uncharterville, as I always call it, because we have no idea, like, right, Williford, how far he can go. First time, we saw him yesterday and we're seeing him today. It's 2 innings pitched.
First pitch is in there for call strike 1 as we are in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 0-1 now the count.
Now it's Rogers' 3rd time around right here.
Rogers grounded out to the shortstop first time, and he walked his second. That one lifted into center field. Center fielder Wingett is backing up, makes the catch for out number 1. And I think I saw number 8 there on the center fielder.
Was it?
If it is, that's...
Left fielder, number 14.
No, that's too tall for...
Thomas.
So that is the first out. To center field for the first out. We have 1 down now. And that will bring up the left fielder number 14, Dylan Blomquist. Blomquist got base hit his last time up, was left stranded at the second base. That ball lifted into left field. Left fielder makes the catch is Aiden Corrigan for out number 2. So we have 2 down now, and not many pitches this inning.
Keep it going.
Number 21, Andrew Enwea.
We'll see what he does. I'm pretty sure he'll take a pitch.
That would bring up the designated hitter number 21, Andrew Enwea.
I'm sure Coach Ward would like him to take a pitch. A strike, excuse me.
Enwea batting .294. Has appeared in 7 ball games. He's been up 17 times. There's a breaking ball. Looks like it did hit him.
Yeah, it looked like it really did right off the sleeve there.
And the umpire is going out to talk to Wallingford. Not exactly sure what he's telling him, but apparently just letting him know that it did hit his sleeve.
Yeah, I mean, there's no intent right there, just a breaking pitch. That he just released it a little too early, Frank.
That'll bring up the shortstop number 7, Zane Spin. Turn me down just a little bit over there on the ears, number 1 there. Thank you. Right there. Up a little bit more. There you go. Right there. Good. And here's the pitch. That one lifted to the first base side, and that's going to be foul as the count goes no balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, we're right next to the public address announcer, our friend Jason Ward. He's getting the crowd, good-sized crowd here, getting it all pumped up, and that's what he does the best.
So that throw over to first base and in safely is in Weah. Weah is on at first base as he just got hit by a pitch. We do have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 4-3 now the score in favor of Great Bend. And here's the pitch by Wallingford. That one hits the outside corner as the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Great pitcher by Wallingford.
I'm telling you, Wallingford's definitely impressed me.
Well, when he's not listed as a pitcher, but apparently he has done some pitching. As you can tell, he's well in control. And here comes the pitch. That one right back to the second baseman. Barnes will toss to Brotman at second base for the force out. So it is a 4-6 put out for the 3rd out. And spin as the fielder's choice for the 3rd out. And bottom half of the 4th inning for the Great Bend Batcats. They score no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 4 innings to play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 3. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. Due up for the Rebels will be the leadoff hitter, the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman, will be followed by Corrigan and Wingett in the hole. The score is 4-3 in favor of Great Bend as the Newton Rebels scored first in the 1st inning to take a 1-0 lead. And then Great Bend came back and scored 4 runs in the bottom half of the 2nd inning to make it 4-1. And it stayed like that until the top half of the 4th inning, where the Newton Rebels scored 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Connor Allen to make it 4-3. So Andrew Brotman will now lead off here in the top half of the 5th inning. Brotman coming in batting .353.
So I'd like to see Brotman right now just get on base.
David Blackburn ready to work his 5th inning work. That first is in there for call strike 1 as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. No balls, 1 strike now to Andrew Brotman. Good breaking ball there by Blackburn. And here's Blackburn's pitch. That's fastball, misses low for ball 1. So the count will go now to 1 ball, 1 strike to Brotman. Brotman is 1 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, and I think Brotman, he's got to realize, they're going to be, everything's away. Look at the catcher, send up away.
Yeah, I'd like to see him kind of drive something to the right field. That one hit up the middle, and that's going to get by the second baseman, and Andrew Brotman records his 2nd hit of the ball game.
Now it's going to be interesting to see how Coach Clark plays this 1-run game now. You get to play a 1-run game instead of being 4 or 5 down, whatever, and that's a lot more fun when you're coaching.
So that puts a runner on at first base with no outs, and I will bring up the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. So Corrigan, a left-handed batter. Not sure if he can lay down a drag bunt or not, but you don't really need that.
No, just execute.
Just execute. There's a hard hit ball there by Corrigan, and that's going to be in for extra bases as that center fielder comes up with it. That is going to be a double by Aiden Corrigan. And now we'll have runners on at 2nd and 3rd as Andrew Brotman ends up at 3rd base. And Aiden Corrigan, it's his 1st hit of the ball game, a double, and that double is sponsored by Cobra Enterprise Store and Stuff and Realty Connections. So a great job there by Aiden Corrigan.
Well, and I was thinking, Blackburn's been getting the ball up a little, and I mean, Corrigan, like you said, he jumped on that first pitch, Frank, and the high fastball. And, Blackburn might be getting a little tired. I know it looks like they're bringing in somebody. I couldn't see who it is.
Looks like it's going to be a left-handed pitcher there coming in. So not sure exactly who that is, but we'll find out exactly. We'll listen to the play-by-play announcers for Great Bend, or we'll listen to the PA announcer. Let us know who that is because we cannot see a number.
Our scorekeeper, Mr. Kim, over there. He might know over there.
All right, looks like it's going to be number 22, Kobe Parker, now coming in to pitch for the Bobcats.
And I was impressed with Blackburn. I mean, even after the home run, he stayed cool. He seems like he's a pretty level kind of guy, I mean, I don't know these guys personally, but I like the way he pitched. And some of the umpire calls, maybe then he goes away, you would never know.
Well, Blackburn ends up going 4 innings, gives up 3 runs on 5 hits. He ended up striking out 3. And I say five hits, I meant 7 hits. 3 runs on 7 hits. And he did strike out 3, and let me see if he had any walks here. It looks like he had 1 walk. So that's not a bad night for Blackburn. The Newton Rebels are down 4-3, but they do have runners on at second and third base. And Kobe Parker now coming in to pitch here in the 5th inning. And did you give me some stats on Parker or as far as his vitals?
Yeah, I had that right here. Parker, 6 foot, 170. As you said, left-handed pitcher, a freshman from Northeast Texas Community College. He is from Shelbyville, Texas. And I don't know the golf courses there, Frank. So
no, I have to say I don't think I know him either. So I've played golf in Texas many times, but not there.
Frank, you're the only guy I know. You know the golf courses, but not the cities.
Well, if I can tell you the golf course that I've been to there, I can probably tell you the city, but I don't know that one. So now batting for the Newton Rebels will be the center fielder, number 14, Trey Wingett. So far, Wingett is 0 for 2 here tonight.
And they're bringing the infield in.
They're bringing the infield in, okay.
Or middle. I decided to go. Coach Borders had to go middle with the middle infield.
So
halfway.
Kobe Parker now ready for his first batter, and that one's in there for call strike.
Yeah, they're halfway right now. Now, if you look at first base, he's playing pretty far back.
Runners on at second and third there with no out here in the top half of the 5th inning. And Trey Wingett, the batter. Here's Parker's pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. So that will even up the count now at 1-1. 4-3 is the score, but the Newton Rebels have ducks on the pond, as they say. Runners at second and third. No outs. And here is Parker's pitch. Ball hit into left field. That should score a run. That's going to fall in there for a base hit. Going to third base is Corrigan. And scoring from third base is Andrew Brotman. That one almost got him on the handles there, and he lifted that in left field. The left fielder looked like he may get to it, but he finally stopped, let it fall in front of him. And Trey Wingett will record his first hit of the game and an RBI. That takes the score now to 4-4, and that is the 8th hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels.
And Corrigan did a good job on the base run. He had to make sure that ball was down, and he made it to third.
Ball hit hard there. That's going to get by that was Nolan Riley hitting the ball right by the third baseman, as that ball took a bounce to his right, and ending up at second base is Nolan Riley with his first hit of the ball game, a double. And another run scores, now makes it 5-4. And at the third base will be Trey Wingett. Second base will be Nolan Riley. And that double was sponsored by Cobra Enterprise Store and Stuff and Realty Connections. The third baseman really had no chance at that one. That one was hit hard, and Nico Bombach just reached to his right but was not able to get to it. Now batting is the designated hitter number 3, Corey Mason. So the score is now 5-4 in favor of Newton.
And they have
They
the middle infield playing back, Frank. So, I mean, right there conceding and rough. You can just roll over even and just roll ground ball.
As the Newton Rebels have recorded 9 hits here tonight. That one, I think that's called strike 2. Not sure about the count here. But Kobe Parker is facing Corey Mason. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside. See what the count is here, as the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Trey Wingett on at third base, and Nolan Riley with his double is on at second base. And an RBI, that one misses outside for ball 2. So 4 straight base hits by the Newton Rebels, 2 singles and 2 doubles.
It's good to see these guys squaring it up some now.
Have taken the lead here now 5-4 in the top half of the 5th inning. And here is Parker's pitch. That one misses outside for ball 3.
And he's not missing by much.
No.
I can tell you, I mean, I'm just watching it right there. That's probably a ball out or whatever.
So the count goes full now to Corey Mason, who is 2 for 2 here tonight and has 1 RBI. And here is the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Corey Mason, as Kobe Parker just challenged him with a fastball and threw it right by him for out number 1. That is the first strikeout recorded there by Kobe Parker. As we do have 1 down now. That will bring up first baseman number 44, Carson Thor. Carson Thor sacrificed his last time up as he moved Mason to first base.
So we see Thor. He's got to get a good pitch right here and try to drive something in the outfield.
Then he flew out to center field his first time up. So here's the pitch by Parker. Breaking ball. It gets away from the catcher, and coming in to score from third base will be Trey Wingett. Moving to third base will be Nolan Riley. So the score now 6-4 in favor of your Newton Rebels.
And we'll see right here again, Frankie. Look at what the defense gives you, and it's like they keep playing back. They're giving you that run. So, I mean, all he has to do right there is just, I mean, Thor just needs to hit a ground ball or a long fly ball. Just keep it simple, but it has to be a good pitch.
That ball just hit the end of the mitt of Torres and deflected back to the backstop, so another run scores. And here's the pitch by Parker. That one misses low for ball 2. So we have a runner on at third base now with 1 down, and the score now 6-4 as the Newton Rebels have scored 3 runs here in the top half of the 5th inning. That one misses high for ball 3. 3-0 now the count.
That was just a little inside. It looked good. I mean, you know, but the angle and everything, no, that was a little inside high.
Riley on at third base with 1 down, and here's a 3-0 pitch. That one misses low for ball 4. So Carson Thor will be on at first base with 1 down, and that will bring up the second baseman of 7, Justin Barnes. First walk given up by Parker. And Coach Brett Clark talking to
I think it's, you know,
Justin Barnes.
with the status of the Rebels pitching, which we never know. You know, just being honest, we never know what's going to happen. So far, you got to get this run in. It's like you're scratching for every run right now.
Yeah, exactly right. Because we see that the Great Bend Batcats can score some runs. You know, they scored 12 runs last night.
Yep.
To beat us 12-1. So here is the pitch by Parker. That one almost gets away from Junior Torres, but Torres knocks her down as he goes down to his knees. And the count goes 1 ball, no strikes. Once again, we have Nolan Riley on at third base and Carson Thor on at first base with 1 down here in the top half of the 5th inning.
And you want Thor not to get too far, because I know a lot of lefties like to do that back pick.
That one in there for call strike 1. Fastball right across the plate. And that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. To Justin Barnes, who's playing second base here tonight. Barnes has struck out twice here tonight. And here's the pitch to Barnes. That one a check swing, but that's in there for call strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Barnes.
I mean, I think Barnes type of guy, you know, he puts it on the ground, he's going to be tough to double up.
Yeah, Barnes got some speed, but he's got to get the bat on the ball first as he goes down with 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And
I
Kobe
like
Parker.
that. I like Barnes stepping out. I don't think enough guys step out, and Barnes stepped out and make it his time, you know, not the pitcher's time.
Here's Parker's pitch. That one in there for call, strike 3, and he looks at a fastball going down, looking for the second out. Boy, just give us a chance, please. That is the 3rd strikeout recorded as Barnes goes down for the second out. And that will bring up the catcher number 22, Connor Allen.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was guessing on off speed or whatever, but those were 2 fastballs.
Yeah, but with 2 strikes, you got to be protecting that plate. I'm sorry, but you just got to be. There's a swing and a miss there by Connor Allen. My number 2 pet peeve of baseball is a guy that goes down swinging, not looking. First one is the guy that can't bunt. You've got to know how to bunt. It's part of the ball game. Here's the pitch by Parker. That one in there, right across the knees for strike 2. So 0-2 now the count, with runners on at first and third base. And Kobe Parker doing the job here for the Great Bend Batcats. It would be nice to get another run here across. There goes Thor. And they're trying to, he's going to be out. Well, whatever they were trying to do there just didn't work.
No, the pitcher did a great job going, committing.
Yeah, you got to move left or right on that, not backwards. So they tag out Thor at first base for the 3rd out, and Connor Allen will be due up next in the top half of the 6th inning. Not before the Newton Rebels. They scored 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 4 1/2, it is the Newton Rebels 6 and the Great Bend Batcats 4, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. The score, the Newton Rebels 6 and the Great Bend Batcats 4. Well, Carv, we had a chance with runners on at first and third and 1 out, and weren't able to score another run, but they did score 3 runs in the top half of the 5th inning.
Well, there was an opportunity, maybe players trying a little too much or something, and because we know these guys, especially we know these guys can hit Frank. We've seen it, and I think they're trying to do a little too much.
Well, so far for the Great Bend Batcats, they've scored 4 runs on 3 hits and an error. And for Newton Rebels, they have scored 6 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. That ball hit down the line. That's going to be extra bases for Nico Bombach, as he is in with his first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, that was a little off-speed pitch. It just hung up inside, and Nico just turned right on it like you're supposed to do, and that's a double. That was the first pitch of this inning.
So there is a runner now on at second base, no out. That'll bring up the catcher, number 26, Junior Torres.
Junior Torres from Paris Junior College. Now they're in a situation they want to at least make this a 1-run game. Again, Frank, we're in then Charterville, as I used to call it, and because right now we do not know with Mr. Wallingford how far he can go.
It's getting bottom half of the 5th inning. Count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Torres. Stepping off is Wallingford.
And we do have action in the Rebels bullpen.
Okay.
Just warming up. I don't know who it is, but
So here is Wallingford's pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count as Nico Baumgart has started off the bottom half of the 5th inning with a double right down the line. And there is no out here in the bottom half of the 5th. And Rylan Wallingford ready to go to work. Changed up there, kind of hung up a little bit. So the count will now go to 3 balls and no strike. 3-0 now the count to Torres, who's catching this evening for Great Bend. Good arm, no 2 back behind the plate. Here's the pitch, breaking ball in there for call strike as the count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike. Nice pitch there by Wallingford.
And he's got a lot of confidence to throw that 3-0. Usually you're going to see a fastball, but Wallingford said, "Now I'm going to throw my off speed."
That was an off-speed change up there that fooled Torres, and he just stood there and looked at it. But, of course, with a 3-0 count, your tendency is to let it go by. And stepping off is Wallingford. I like his approach there tonight here.
Yeah.
He's really trying to be in control up there on down.
He's mixing it up. Guys get, we're talking about pitchers get in rhythm, how they work fast, but so do hitters. They want to hit, and he just slowed it down.
As Wallingford came in the second inning, there's a swing and a miss there by Torres as that goes to full now at 3-2. Great pitch there by Wallingford.
Yeah, that was a high fastball, and he was trying to crank that, Frank, and he was trying to tie this game up.
So the count is full now to Junior Torres and Rylan Wallingford, ready to go to work on the 3-2 pitch. And here it is. That one changed up, a fastball correction. That was up high. So that will put a runners on at first and second now as Torres reaches on a walk. And that will bring up the right field number 25, Tyler Henry. Henry has flown out to the first baseman in the second inning, and then he struck out in the 3rd inning. And here cuts head coach Brett Clark. Come out and talk to Rylan Wallingford. Not sure if this is it for him or not. There is somebody warming up.
Well, Wallingford didn't want to come out. He's putting his hand out like, hey, I'm fine. But I think right now, he threw yesterday, and he's throwing, 3 innings today? And I don't know if he's stating his case. Yeah, 3 innings. So, here we go.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change, and it's going to be number 33 there for the Newton Rebels. That is Nick Grade. Is that correct?
Nick Grade. Now, here's another guy we have not seen pitch. We know he has some hitter. He had a triple the other day.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nick Grade played second base for the Newton Rebels. In the first ball game, he played at number 55. Let me check and see. Make sure.
Double check.
This Batcat call to bullpen is brought to you by Eagle Radio. Look for more
Let's
hits.
double check, but I think it is Nick. It looks like him out there.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn the guys, and as soon as I saw him walking out there, I thought it was 33. Yes, it is.
Yes, Nick Grade,
Okay.
right-hander for Kennewick. Washington, 5'10", 110 for Columbia Basin College freshman. He's a two-way player, and he'll let you know that, he's definitely a position guy that can also pitch. And what I've heard, he's a pretty good pitcher, too. So it's good to have these guys, Frank, because right now I'd say one of my MVPs would have to be Wallingford.
Yeah, exactly right. So Nick Grade is now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. That pitching change is sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. And a great job there by Rylan Wallingford as he came in the second inning and recorded 1 out in that inning. And then in the 3rd inning, he faced 5 batters but didn't allow a run. And then also in the 4th inning, he faced 4 batters and then has faced 2 batters here in the 5th inning. Unfortunately, one was a double and the other one was a walk. But now Grade now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels.
Frank, I do like this move. right now, because I know Wallingford, he did not want to come out. He's like, hey, shoo you away, I'm fine. But like I said, right now, what would we say? Rather take it too early than too late. And he had the 2 guys on, so that was his guys. So we'll see what Grade's got. I'm pretty excited to see Nick pitch here.
So coming in to bat is right fielder number 25, Tyler Henry. Nick Grade now coming in. Running on it for second with no outs here in the bottom half of the fifth. He squares around the bunt, and that first pitch, I believe, was the ball.
Yeah,
outside.
Look close, but maybe a little down.
Well, Tyler Henry definitely playing Roger Ward style baseball there as he squared around the bunt. With being down 2 runs, you definitely want to move the runners over. And here's the pitch by Grade. That one in there for call strike, as that takes the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike now.
And I do like there's some guys still in the bullpen, area out there, ready just in case, because you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Another couple of weeks, Frank, we'll know. We'll know more about these guys.
He squares around about. That is bunted over the head of the press box.
Yeah, like I said, we've seen a few of those this year, guys bunting over to the press box. Definitely not getting the barrel above the ball.
And that will take the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, 6-4 is the score in favor of Newton. But the Great Bend Batcats do have 2 runners on, first and second. We have no outs, and here's the pitch. That one down low. Nice job there by Connor Allen as he blocks that, and the count will now go to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think right now this is Allen's best game defensively. I mean, he's stopped a lot of runs. He's blocking the ball well.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Henry. And here is Grade's pitch. That one fouled off there by Henry. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And it's tough, Frank, because watching these guys, you get to see first time in a game. You see them in a bullpen or whatever, but we're seeing guys first time, guys that just showed up.
2-2 on the Sheriff.
Henry is 0 for 2 here tonight. He flew out to the first baseman. That ball, line drive to the second baseman, and second baseman is able to make the catch there. That is that's not Justin Barnes, because it looks like they've taken him out. So we'll have to see who that is. So a fly out to the second baseman, and that's out number 1. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 34, Micah Grover. So we have 1 down now here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Runners on at first and second. 6-4 the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. And Nick Grade on the mound. That one hit to the second baseman. That should be a double play. That goes to Brotman, and Brotman goes to first for the double play. What a great job there by the second baseman, going to Brotman at second, as shortstop Brotman was covering second, and then he goes to the first baseman, Thor, for the double play. That double play is sponsored by the team of Pate and Paul, the attorneys at law. They're working for you. And boy, look how fired up that dugout is.
Yeah, we haven't seen it like that right there. The whole dugout was out. Everybody's, and like I said, that's part of becoming a team together. Even though we've had a lot of, some tough times right now with our record 1-8 in league, these guys aren't giving up. And I'll tell you, being down, I don't know, Frank, is it an advantage to you during the course of the year that, hey, we've been down a lot of games, but guess what? We come back.
Exactly right. Well, that's a great job there by the Newton Rebels as they turn that double play to end the inning, as the Great Bend Batcats were threatening with runners on at first and second with no outs. So we're going to go to the top half of the 6th inning. We are going to keep it here. We want to make sure that we thank all our sponsors at the Colonel Tim Mahler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. That last double play by Pate and Paul, the team of Pate Paul, attorneys at law. Roofing for any pitching change. Cobra Enterprise Store and Stuff and Realty Connections for any doubles. Home runs, which we have had here tonight, sponsored by John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. And then any great days out on the field, sponsored by Carl Hodges and the player of the game and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. Also like to thank Back Alley Pizza, who brings pizzas out at the home games, and then also all our host families. We couldn't do it without you. We thank you very much. Leading off the top half of the 6th inning for the Newton Rebels will be the catcher, number 22, Connor Allen. Connor Allen was at the plate when they Got Carson out for the third out.
Yeah, he definitely has an advantage because he got to see some of his pitches earlier.
First pitch to Allen, misses low for ball one.
I think the crowd liked that one, Frank.
No, the crowd didn't like that call there.
Yeah.
As that one was just a tad low, but the fans made sure that the umpire, they thought it was different. Here's the pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side is foul, and that would take the count down to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now right there in the swing, his hands were late. He loaded. Before that home run, everything, his hands were back. And right there, just a little late. And that just shows the difference. If you don't get your hands loaded in time, your swing gets delayed.
So Kobe Parker now ready to go. That ball hit down the third base side, and the third baseman drops the ball, but he's going to be able to throw Allen out. So that will be a 5-3 put out for the first out. And staying with that ball at third base was Nico Baumbach.
Yeah, Nico did a great job staying on that and staying in control. He didn't panic, just reached down and throw. And he probably knew he had a little time with Connor.
That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman. First pitch to Hickman's in there for call strike one. Nice fastball there by Parker. Goes right across the knees.
The big thing for the Rebels, you can't just sit on this because I guarantee you, these guys, we've seen the Batcats, and they can hit.
They can't hit the ball.
So you got to keep adding on, get a runner on, keep executing, keep 1, 2 runs or whatever, and then you get into the you get Gillick. Gillick will probably be in this game.
So 1 ball, 1 strike now. That one lifted into left field. That's going to fall in front of the left fielder. So Eli Hickman records his first hit of the ball game as he will be on at first base with 1 down. And that will bring up the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman. Brotman 2 for 3 here tonight as he got a single in the first inning and scored a run on a base hit there by Corey Mason to get the first run of the ball game and the inning. And then he also grounded out to the shortstop to make the third out in the second inning, and got a base hit in the 5th inning to start off the 5th and scored a run as Trey Wingett hit him in.
And right now, Frank, I just want to see Brotman just get a good pitch to hit. Just get a good pitch to hit. Don't swing at the pitcher's pitch. Get your pitch right now, especially when you're ahead in the count.
So the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes now to Brotman. That one misses low for ball 2. 2-0 now the count.
Seen that ball? I've probably seen it. We've seen him swing at that low way and all that, and he laid off. Now guess what? Still 2-0. He should box it up. Be ready. If it's in his zone, you swing.
So Eli Hickman on at first base with 1 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. 6-4 the score in favor of your Rebels. That one misses low for ball 3. So 3-0 now the pitch. The count there, I should say, to Andrew Brotman. Brotman is only looking for 1 pitch, but you do definitely want to see him throw more than 1 pitch.
Right. And the thing is, it's all about approach. So you get that. If you can get that walk, guess what? You got a runner on second base in scoring position.
So here is the pitch to Brotman. Brotman scores around the bunt. That one in there for call strike 1. Of course, you knew Brotman was not going to be bunting.
No.
He was just trying to distract the pitcher there. So the count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike now to Andrew Brotman, as Hickman still on at first base. 1 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. And here's the pitch by Parker. Ball hit in the gap there. The shortstop dives for it, not able to get to it. So Andrew Brotman records his 3rd hit of the ball game. That one just barely getting by the shortstop.
And that, Frank, being in double play depth right there, I think that's what helped because, when you're over there and you're in double play depth, that makes the shortstop closer to second base. Now is that 5-6, just a little ground ball right there, got right through. Good job by Brotman.
So Hickman ends up at second base, Brotman at first. That brings up the left fielder, number 28, in Corrigan. Corrigan had a double his last time up. Here's the pitch. That one hit foul along the third base side as the count goes to 0 balls, 1 strike. Runners on at first and second here on the top half of the 6th inning with 1 down, and the score is 6-4 in favor of your Rebels.
And the Rebels have somebody in the bullpen, but I can't see. And also, I guess the Batcats do too. So we'll have to find that out.
Kobe Parker now ready to go to work. Here's a breaking ball, stays up high, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Would be nice if we could get 1 across or 2.
Yeah, just keep adding on.
Just keep pounding them. Exactly right. So 2 more hits. That makes 11 now for the ball game. And that one in there called strike for strike number 2. So the count will go now to 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Aiden Corrigan.
And Corrigan, they're pitching away just like a righty. They pitch away just like a lefty. The lefty going to pitch away. So just go to left field
Here's
with
the
it.
Parker's pitch. Breaking ball that misses high for ball 2. So that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job there by Corrigan to stay off that high.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Breaking ball. Because boy, that looked for a long time. And then all of a sudden it just broke off, but it stayed up high. 2-2 out of the count. Here's the pitch. Ball hit to the left-hand side. That's going to be in for a base hit. Rounding third base is Hickman, and here comes the throw, but it's not going to be in time. And going now to third base, and how come he's not going to second base here? My goodness.
No.
Heads up, guys.
Yeah, you can't take your eyes off the ball right there. Corrigan was high-fiving Coach Ferguson. But, yeah, he should have been at second base, but good hit.
It was a good hit by Corrigan as he gets an RBI. And the ball, was thrown from the right fielder, got away from the catcher. And seeing that was Hickman, so he moved to third base. But Corrigan was high-fiving the coach at first base.
I know one of your heroes was Pete Rose. Guy, he kept running until you had to stop him, and he watched the ball the way. And
so that is the 12th hit now for the Newton Rebels, and that is now the 7th run by the Newton Rebels, as another run has scored.
But I like how Corrigan with the 2 strikes, and again, we were taught, I just said, they're pitching away. Take that ball to the left side, take it, and he did. I mean, he was right on top of it. That big hole right there with the shortstop again playing towards second base because he's a left-handed hitter also, and double play or whatever. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's great play.
Well, fans, I want to say this before we go any further. Okay, we've only won 1 game all season long and lost 7 or 8.
8 in the league.
8, okay. But this is the ball team we saw in preseason where they hit the ball.
Right.
They hit the ball well. They ran well. And now if the pitching and the hitting come together, at first it was the pitching that was doing good, and then no hits, and then the hitting was doing good and no pitching.
Right.
But right now it's kind of working together as a team. And this is the ball club that we had envisioned from the beginning of the season, and looks like they're putting it together here this ball game.
Well, they needed to. I mean, it's one of those things, especially we just talked about the last game of the series is, especially on the road, you'll feel better if you can get that victory going home on the way. If you lose, it's no fun, Frank. And I've been on both sides, unfortunately. And so right now we're in a good shape. I'm not going to jinx us and say we've got this one. But as long as we keep scoring, and like I said, we get in there with Gillig, Frazier, some of the best relief pitchers, I think we got a good chance.
Yeah, Brian Shedrick is now pitching for the Great Bend Bearcats, and we've seen him before.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 175, right-hander, big right-hander, sophomore from Temple College, Belton, Texas. A lot of those Temple College guys.
So as he comes in,
I've been impressed with these Temple guys. I mean, these Temple College guys, they come in, they can play some ball. I mean, and Coach Ward, again, you're talking about, his pipelines that he has. I mean, it's a very good pipeline.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, number 14, Trey Wingett. So Wingett is up at the plate with Corrigan on at first base and Brotman on at third base. And Corrigan reached on a base hit and a RBI to take the score now to 7-4 in favor of the Newton Rebels. And we're ready to go as Trey Wingett is up at the plate. There's a hard hit ball into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. A run will score, and scoring from third base will be Andrew Brotman. And that is the 13th hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels, and that is the 8th run score here tonight.
And I was going to say Corrigan was kind of in a tough situation too because that was a line drive, and I didn't know if that was going to ever get down, and it finally got down. Corrigan was stuck between first and second, and once it went down on the hit the ground, he raced to second base safely.
So Corrigan ends up at second base. Wingett records his second hit of the ball game and second RBI. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. Probably the best hitter on the squad here at this time, at this part of the season, as he started off very strong for us.
Well, and I'll say, Frank, I think he's the most consistent hitter. I think like Wingett's a very good. I mean, you got those guys, Thomas, we know what he can do. I mean, so. But right now, I'd say but we also saw him last year, so.
Count goes 2 balls, 1 strike now to Nolan Riley. 8-4 is the score if you're just now joining us in favor of your Newton Rebels. 1 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. That ball misses low for ball 3. So 3 balls.
One ball?
I'm not sure.
But the whole thing about him, he's probably the guy that's probably going to lead the team in walks. That's how good Riley is. And
scoreboard operator has 1 ball, 2 strikes. That may be it because I'm not paying attention. That one misses outside.
Mr. Kim's been on it over there. I know that.
So we'll see what.
He does a great job.
2-2 is the count then. Either that or I just didn't clear my board here. Runners on. Here's the pitch. That one hits up the middle, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And rounding third base is Corrigan, and going to third base will be Wingett, and moving to second base as the ball gets away to third baseman, and another run will score, and that is Trey Wingett scoring. Nolan Riley ends up at second base with a base hit and 1 RBI. So 2 more runs score. That is 10-4 now, and another base hit, the 14th hit of the ball game. Those plays at the plate were sponsored by Colonel Tim Mahler, Family in Honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. So the score now, as the Rebels have scored 4 runs here in the top half of the 6th inning, is 10-4 in favor of your Rebels. Due up is the designated hitter number 3, Corey Mason.
Just need to keep this going. Good approaches. Hit their pitches.
Still have 1 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. That one misses outside for ball 1 as the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to designated hitter Corey Mason. When the second baseman comes up here, Carb, we need to know who that is because I noticed that the last play at second base was not Barnes.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get it here.
And here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Corey Mason.
And Frank, everything's coming together. I saw some good alert base running right there, especially with Wingett right there. The ball got by him, boom, he was breaking for.
Yeah, he was breaking for home and then moving over to second base was Riley. That one fouled off there by Corey Mason as the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, I'm excited now because, like I say, this is what we saw from this team in the preseason games. And, I think one game we ended up losing 13-12 or 12-11, something like that. And we allowed 5 runs in that 8th inning, which was killing us the first couple of ball games. The 8th inning always seemed to get us. And here's the pitch. That one hit to the third base side. And going over to first base is the only play that he's got. And moving to third base is Nolan Riley. So Corey Mason is out 6-3 for the second out.
Yeah, that's always scary right there, especially when the ball's hit to the shortstop and you're on second base going to third base because he could have flipped it over there to third, but he chose to go get the out, and now they have 2 outs.
So there is 2 down. Looks like the second baseman is Camden Jurgensen.
Yep.
But Carson Thor is the batter, but I do see Jurgensen on in relief, and that one hits Carson Thor. So he will be on as the hit batsman.
Camden Jurgensen from Mays, Kansas, 150, Butler County Community College, and he just finished his freshman season.
So Camden Jurgensen.
That was nice, that double play that he turned, in control, didn't rush. And
so now there is runners on at first and third with 2 down, and Tim Jurgensen, the second baseman, is up for the Newton Rebels. Here's the pitch. That one in there called strike 1 as the count goes 0 balls, 1 strike.
Like, keep at it on, as Franco says, right?
That's right. Watch out for a wild pitch here or something like that. That one a swing and a miss and fouled off there, I should say, by Jurgensen as the count now goes to 0 balls and 2 strikes.
He's choking up right here, 2 strikes.
Riley on at third base. Thor on at first base with 2 down. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. The Rebels have scored 4 runs here in the top half of the 6th to make it 10-4. And here is Shadrick's pitch. That one misses high for ball 1. That was over the plate, but just a tad high.
Yeah, that's a good 0-2 pitch. Like I said, we've seen a lot of 0-2 pitches right down the middle. The guys hit. And pitchers sometimes they need to reevaluate.
And Chadwick ready to go. Here's his pitch. That one misses.
There you go.
And there the ball gets away, and another run will score from third base. Moving over to second base will be a third, and scoring from third base will be Nolan Riley.
Who called that?
Well, you know what? I guess
Martinez.
I have seen a ball game or two
Yeah.
in 27 years. So that will bring up Jurgensen still with a 2-2 count. And runner on at second base as the Rebels have scored 5 runs here in the top half of the 16, taking an 11-4 lead now.
And there is action again.
Here's pitch to the right-hand side. The second baseman is only to have that play to first. So it is a 4-3 put out for the third out. But not before the New Rebels score 5 runs. 5 hits there and 1 left on base. At the end of 5.5 inning play, the score is the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Bats 4. And we'll be right back. And we welcome to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by General Manager Mark Cavala. If you're just now joining us, the score is the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Batcats 4. So far, the Newton Rebels have scored 11 runs on 14 hits and 1 error. And the Great Bend Batcats have scored 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. As we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, 2 up for Great Bend will be the second baseman, Noah Best.
You know, Frank, like I said, I feel bitter. I feel bitter for this. This is the 8th inning. We still got a lot of ball left. And like I said, I think Nick, I see Nick, if he, he's impressed me. Him and Walford, I mean, just those guys really stepped up.
So
great, I'm talking about.
Great swing miss there to Noah Best, the first batter, as the count is 1 strike. A great pitch there by great correction.
It's amazing to see some guys have been playing positions come in and doing their job. And
Another breaking ball just misses high as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. So all Mr. Grade has to do is exactly what he's been doing, throw the ball right across the plate or in that area. 11th lead. That one in there for call strike 2. So the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Noah Best.
the difference is, just throwing strikes. Wow. That was a nasty pitch there.
Swinging.
Yep,
Swinging for strike 3 was Noah Best for out number 1 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Yeah, it's like he took something off. It was a low, looked like a change, and it moved, Frank. I mean, that's, like definitely you can tell he's had experience pitching.
So Nick Grade records his first strikeout of the ball game, and that will bring up the center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. Rogers grounded out to the shortstop, walked in the second, ended up at third base and was stranded at third, and then flew out to center field. First pitch is in there for call strike 1 as the count goes 0 balls, 1 strike. Great job there by Nick Grade. You got to get ahead on the count, and that's exactly what he's doing. Pitching and batting all coming together. There's a changeup, just misses low as the count will go now to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like Connor Allen's doing a great job calling the game. I mean, Coach Clark lets his catchers call the game.
Here's the pitch. That one misses inside for ball 2. Well, he definitely has taken control of the pitchers here as going out to talk to him, after the second walk there, or actually it was actually a 3-0 count. He went out there to talk to the pitcher. That one misses outside for 3-1 now.
Yeah, that wasn't too far out.
No, that was right down the plate. And that's all you can ask for. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Rogers. Here's the pitch by Grade. That one a swing and a miss there by Rogers, and that will take the count to full now at 3-2. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 11-4 is the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. And here is Nick Grade's pitch. That one lifted foul.
And here's the deal, Frank. Yeah, you got a 7-run lead, but you still have to act like you're behind. Exactly. I mean, that's what I always tell I remember Ferguson Jenkins, you remember him, the old Chicago Cubs pitcher, said he's always thought he was behind 2-0.
So here's the full count pitch. That one misses outside. That gets away from Allen, but Rogers is just taking off his gear, so he'll end up at first base with one down here. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 14, Dylan Blomquist.
Now, right now, Gray needs to be concerned about just getting outs. Just get outs. Don't be focused on, what Rogers does. Because if you do that, then that could affect, Bloomquist get on, and then it just kind of snowballs.
Exactly right. All you're working on is outs here. Exactly right. That's a good philosophy to have when you're up 11-4. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Blomquist as the count goes to one strike with one out, and Rogers on at first base as he just walked. That was the, I believe, the second walk given up.
Like I said, there's still a lot of game left.
And here's the pitch by Gray. There goes Rogers, and that one is also fouled off as the count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. So moving back to first base will be Alex Rogers on the walk. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, one down, one runner on at base.
And sometimes right here you could do like a pitch out, just some maybe they got a way that maybe Bloomquist will swing at.
Well, they do throw over to first base just to keep Rogers close.
He's trying to keep his double play, but sometimes we would call a pitch out something like this because he might still be going and see what happens. But again, you got to be. You still got that pitch to waste.
That one in there, their correction now just misses for ball 1.
Yeah, he just missed a spot.
The count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes, and I noticed that the sun's right in the first baseman's eyes. You can see when he puts his glove out, he puts it around his eye there to try to block that sun. I believe he does have sunglasses on. There goes Rogers, and a swing and a miss and a throw down, and they're going to. He's going to be safe. Oh, Rotman thought he had that double play there.
Yeah.
But Blomquist goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. And a stolen base is by Rogers.
That was one
throw was a perfect throw there by Connor Allen.
Yeah, I'd say that's one of his best throws of the last 2 weeks. And the whole thing about it is, Frank, that's one of those, if we did have, could look at it in instant replay, but we don't. So.
Yeah, well, the umpire was right here, so the tag was apparently just a little late. A great throw there by Connor Allen, tag by Brotman. And here's the pitch to Nguia. First pitch is swing and a miss there by Nguia as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning with a runner on at second base. 11-4 in favor of your Newton Rebels.
And guys are getting to know the coaches, to know the guys. I know Coach.
There's a swing and a miss. What a great pitch there by Nick Grade as he took something off there and made Nguia chase that as the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
And I could see some of the infielders looking at Cole Seltzer as the defensive coach, and he keeps the charts right there. He's on the bucket right there in the dugout, and they're looking at where should we move, and that's what you need. You need some communication between the coach and the players.
So Nick Gray now ready with the no balls, 2 strike count, and then he's going to step out. The batter does in Nguia. So Nick Gray steps off also. Rogers on at second base with 2 down. We are in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 11-4 is the score in favor of your Rebels. And here is Grade's pitch. Breaking ball, that ball hit the shortstop, Andrew Brotman. Brotman backs. He had to took a funny bounce on him, but I think they're going to have to get error because Brotman should have had that play.
He was relying on the backhand instead of coming around the ball.
So Andrew Brotman records an error, and that puts Nguia on at first base and Rogers on at third. That will bring up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn.
Yeah, I think sometimes, you use your feet, come around the ball a little more. He had time because 3 bounce, whatever.
Yeah.
So, just don't depend on your backhand unless you have to.
Exactly right. First pitch to Spinn is inside for ball 1. As the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Once again, runners on at first and third with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 11-4 is the score, and we need Nick Grade here to get him out here. That one misses outside for ball 2.
Now Nick Grade just needs to take a big breath, get back what he was doing, throwing the strikes. And like I said, it's been a relatively clean game. I mean, there's only 1 error on each team now.
That's correct, and so here's the pitch. That one misses inside for ball 3. So 3-0 now the count And that should be the second error of the ball game. It is.
Second
error of the game for Newton Rebels.
And that's one thing we're still trying to get that clean game.
So 3-0 now count, and here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike one, right down the middle. To Zane Spin. Spin walked his first time, scored a run, flew out the right field, and he reached on the fielder's choice in the fourth. So 3 balls, 1 strike. In Wea, and that one is fouled off to the left-hand side, correction, third base side. Attempting was Nolan Riley, but not able to get to it. So the count will go full now at 3-2. Runner at first base will be taken off with 2 outs.
So that means he's got
and
left side, take it across.
So he's got to get this one across, or could have a pickoff move here, but you've got to concentrate on that batter. That one high for ball 4. So that will load up the bases now. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 15, Nico Bombach.
And this is always a good time. I always felt like for a coach come out and talk, and because you don't know, Nick Ray, it's the first time he's been out here. And so we're going to see what happens. Now, I guess, the catcher's out there to talk to him, Connor Allen.
Connor Allen taking control and going out there trying to settle Nick Gray down.
Because this crucial bat right here.
Baseman, number 15, Nico Bombach.
That will bring up the third baseman, number 15, Nico Bombach.
He had a big hit, I remember last time.
He had a double right down the line, so maybe Mr. Riley needs to be aware of that. At third base, base is loaded with two down, and here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike one. As the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. To Nico Bombach. We have Rogers on the third base, in Wea at second, and Spin at first base. And here's the pitch, a breaking ball. That ball hits the shortstop. Should be a forced out at second base, and it is a 6-4 put out for the second out, or the third out correction. And the bottom half of the sitting for the Great Bend Batcats, they scored no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. At the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Batcats 4. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by General Manager Mark Cavala. So far, the Newton Rebels have scored 11 runs on 14 hits and 2 errors. And the Great Bend Batcats have scored 4 runs on, I believe they have 4 hits and 1 error. So the due up for the Newton Rebels. It looks like we may have, no, it is going to be Connor Allen. I saw head coach Brett Clark writing something down here, so we'll look for a change here in case somebody different comes.
You might be putting in some other guys, or you also look at it, Frank, maybe put your best defense in or whatever.
Yeah. So due up for the Newton Rebels will be the catcher number 22, Connor Allen. He'll be followed by Hickman and Brotman in the hole. And as we go to the top half of the 7th inning, and the Newton Rebels are up 11-4. So Connor Allen, who hit the home run in the 4th inning to make it 4-3, and then had a single in the 2nd inning. He is 2 for 3 here tonight. He grounded down to the third baseman his last time as he started off with a 5-3 play. Here's the pitch. That one hit to the shortstop. Shortstop picked it up, goes to first for out number 1. That is a 6-3 put out for the first out.
Yeah, and he did a good job, coming in on the ball, a spin there, and, making a nice, coming towards the ball, attacking the ball, shorten it up, shorten that throw.
That will bring up the right fielder, number 0, Eli Hickman. Hickman is 1 for 3 here tonight as he got a base hit in the 6th inning and scored a run. First pitch to him is called strike 1. The count is no balls, 1 strike now to Eli Hickman. We are in the top half of the 7th inning. Your Rebels are up at 11-4, and here's the pitch. That one hit hard there by Hickman, and the right fielder just backing up, finally getting under it, making the catch for out number 2.
It sounded good, didn't it?
Oh, it did. It sure did. It sounded like that may be gone, but Tyler Henry just, it must have been hit awful high there. As that is the 2nd out now here in the top half of the 2nd. That will bring up Andrew Brotman, shortstop for the Newton Rebels. Brotman is 3 for 4 here tonight as he has scored 3 runs for the Rebels. Here's the pitch. That one misses low for ball 1. Now is 1 ball, no strike now to Andrew Brotman.
It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Brotman right now, he just got to keep doing his game, keep getting on base. Especially what do you think of him in leadoff? I mean,
he's done that three, 4 ball games for the Newton Rebels. That one is fouled off there by Brotman as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, yeah, as scored 3 times, Frank. He's been on base, and that's what you want from your leadoff.
Yep, that's true. You got to get on base and give the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th guys a chance to hit you in.
It's good to see guys behind.
Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike, and that will take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. So that was right across the knees. So far, the top 4 guys have 9 hits out of the 14. So
they're passing it on. That's what, and then we talked about that. Let your teammates pick you up.
That one misses low and outside for ball 2. That will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Brotman here in the top half of the 7th inning.
And the majority of those aren't walks, Frank. I mean, those are, guys getting on base hits, and that's what you were talking about earlier, and to see the team hitting again.
Yeah, it is good to see them hitting the ball here tonight. And not only that, but the pitching coming through at the same time. That one misses low for ball 3. So full count now to Andrew Brotman. Here's where I like to see Mr. Brotman protect that plate.
Right.
2 strikes.
2 strike approach. Maybe get on the plate, choke it up a little, protect it.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but a little meditation there by Brotman as he breathed in and out, put the bat down on his hip, and breathed out and out. Here's the pitch. That one a swing and a miss there by Brotman as he swings at ball 4. That was up high. But Brotman apparently had his mind made up that he was going to be protecting the plate, and I'd rather see somebody go down swinging than see down looking at it.
No, I've never gotten on anybody for swinging. Believe me, Frank, swinging at a pitch with 2 strikes.
So we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The score 11-4 in favor of Upton, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The score is Newton 11 and Great Bend 4. Due up for the Great Batcats will be catcher number 26, Torres. He'll be followed by Henry and Grover in the hole. So the Newton Rebels have an 11-4 lead going into the bottom half of the 7th inning. And not too often we've been able to say that, Cart.
No, we haven't. It's nice. It's refreshing.
But it is great to see that the Newton County are getting the pitching and the hitting at the same time. And here's Nick Craig's pitch is fouled off there by Torres as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, got his assistant GM, Jay Gibbs, send me a text there. pretty excited, saying, hey, man, you guys are doing well.
Well, this is what we expected. Like I said, this is what we saw. That ball hit hard. That's going to be foul. As that goes right down the line, but in foul territory.
Yeah,
So,
and I think, you get in the 7th inning, I usually try it as a third baseman, try to guard the line a little more because you don't want doubles. You don't want anything to get going.
you definitely want, if they're going to get a base hit, keep it to a single as much as possible. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Torres, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Torres, and he goes down swinging for out number 1.
I mean, it was like a changeup, man. That's pretty nasty there, Frank. I mean, how
That was a great pitch down into the ground, and it just broke on Torres, and he couldn't hold up his swing as he goes down for out number 1. That would bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry.
And I was going to say, Frank, I mean, we're finding out every game about rolls, and some of these guys' rolls, I mean, like Nick Grade right there. I mean, did you know he could pitch like that?
And, well, haven't seen him pitch
That's
before.
right. That's what I mean. Nobody knows.
That is the 3rd strikeout recorded by Nick Grade. That first pitch to Henry is called strike 1. The ball hit lifted into a right center field. The center fielder, it looks like he's backing up, making the catch for out number 2. That is Trey Wingett making that catch for the 2nd out. That will bring up the first baseman, number 30. Correction, we have a pinch hitter now. Looks like number 19.
Number 19, Jet Forrest.
So coming in to pinch hit will be number 19, Jet Forrest.
Yeah, 6'2", 215. Catcher, first baseman, freshman from North Texas Community College.
That one is fouled off and going to be out of play as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike now to Jet Forrest. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Score 11-4 in favor of your Newton Rebels. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Forrest as the count now goes to the balls, 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Forrest as he's pinch hitting for Micah Grover.
Frank, it's one of my favorite times when the sun's going down, weather, it's a lot better. And
that one misses low and outside for ball 1. We promise you we will get the video camera working better. We're going to go home and download what we need. There's a breaking ball in there for a call, strike 3, and Forrest goes down looking as Nick Grade strikes out 2 out of the 3 batters here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That is the 4th strikeout recorded by Nick Grade in 2 innings.
Wow.
And at the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Great Bend Batcats, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 7 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Batcats 4, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. We have a new pitcher now for the Great Bend Batcats, and it looks like it's going to be our scoreboard operator that was here the other day.
Yeah, we get to know these
Diego
guys.
Escobedo.
Yeah.
Will be coming in to pitch for the Great Bend Batcats.
Yeah, 6 foot, 200 pounds, a lefty, sophomore, another Temple College guy, Frank, and he's from Mexico City, Mexico. Now, have you played golf any down there?
Where at?
Down in Mexico City. Have you played any golf down there?
No, never have. The only time I was in Mexico City was when I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school, and we went down for 2 weeks schooling down there.
But no golf, huh?
No golf. I was too young. I didn't even know what golf was then. So leading off the top half of the 8th inning for the Newton Rebels will be the left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Corrigan is he sacrificed in the first, and then he grounded out to the first baseman in the third. Got a double in the 5th inning and scored a run, and he got a single and a RBI in the 6th. That first pitch to him is in there for call strike one. So no balls, one strike now to Aiden Corrigan. And it's going to be tough to decide who the player of the game is.
Yeah,
tonight.
I was just thinking of that, Frank. I don't know what you got it down to. I'll let you have a final vote.
That one lifted into the shortstop. Looks like he's backing up a couple steps, moving to his right, making the catch for out number one.
And that's part of being the GM, Frank. I get to, put it on you. How's that? So.
Well, I don't mind it because we had some good pitching performance, but also had some good bats there. That's going to bring up the center fielder, number 14, Trey Wingett. Wingett is 2 for 4 here tonight with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. So we'll see what Mr. Wingett does. I'd kind of like to get somebody that hasn't been player of the game yet. And the one I was thinking was Connor Allen. And then who you thinking about?
Well, Walford, I thought maybe coming in and doing the he did a good job with him, shutting him down.
Rylan Wallingford, yeah, he's in contention.
Nick Grade's done good. I mean, that's what's great when you play well.
Swing and a miss there by Wingett as the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. We do have one down now here in the top half of the 8th inning.
I think that's what we need to do. One of our goals is to play well, so we make it tough on Frank when he has to figure out the player of the game.
Well, the parents at home are the ones that are saying, trying to pull my arm left or right here. Because they want to see their son on YouTube. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from the catcher as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm sure everybody's going to be on, and we'll get them out there. And so we appreciate those parents following us. And like you were talking about, once the production even gets better, I think we'll have even better following, Frank.
Yeah, well, like I say, once my nephew gets our problem solved, and if the tech people can't do it for this company, then he will hopefully get it working right, and then also we'll download what we need for this little camera. What happened was we changed cameras in the middle of stream, and whoever bought that camera, was that you, sir?
It was me.
Threw
Threw
the papers away and didn't realize that we had to download a program to.
No, I did. I could hand it to you guys. Then I walked away. I bought it.
Yeah, well, that's just it. The day that happened, other guys were kind of working on it, and I'm not sure if I was in the press box announcing or something, but I did not see the paper, so I didn't know anything about it. But you did get the information. That's what we need to do. That ball hit into left field. Left fielder coming on, making the catch.
Good catch.
Out number 2. Nice job there by the left fielder, and that is Dylan Blomquist.
Yeah, he was right on that hustle. I mean, right. And that's tough because he had to cover quite a bit of ground right there.
Bring up the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. Riley is 2 for 3 here tonight. He walked in the first inning and was left stranded at third base, flew out to the second baseman, had a double and an RBI. Actually, he had more than 1 RBI, I believe. I think he had 2 RBIs there.
You're right.
And then also had a single and an RBI. So he's got 3 RBIs here tonight.
He's been very consistent since the Rebels picked him up. And like I said, he played with us last year.
And has Nolan Riley been one of our player of the games? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay,
Matter of fact, right here.
I thought he was, yes.
Yeah, it was last few days ago. I mean, it's like a blur sometimes. I hope everybody understands that you're playing every day almost.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. That one hits the outside corner for strike 2. Yeah, it's funny because at the men's club at their Derby Country Club, I'm in charge of the men's club, and I have to put teams together. And guys tell me sometimes, hey, why do you put me with the same guy the second day in a row? And I go, man, I can't even tell you who I played with today. How am I going to tell who you played with yesterday?
You're right.
Can't remember that.
But they remember that.
They know. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Nolan Riley. And Diego Escobedo, the pitcher. Here's his pitch. That ball right up the middle. Second baseman moving to his right is able to get to it, but not going to be able to make a play. So that is the 3rd hit of the ball game for Nolan Riley.
Yeah, right. Like I said, he doesn't do too much. He's not fancy. He's not, just put that bat on the ball, and we do have a pinch hitter.
We do have a pinch hitter now for the Newton Rebels. That's going to be Thomas. Number 8 is Thomas Capion. Capion now coming up to pinch hit for the Newton Rebels. So Thomas Capion now pinch hitting for Newton, taking the place of Corey Mason.
Oh, good cut right there. Flew Hawaii, 6'1", 215, Waldorf University, and is a senior.
And like I told you, I talked to Mr. Capion before the ball game, thanking him for his mother to sending us that message. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Now to Capion. Really enjoy hearing from the parents.
Oh yeah, we like to say aloha and everything. Hope everything's fine out there and the beautiful state.
That one fouled off there by Capion. As the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Have you been there, Frank? Play golf?
Never have been to Hawaii, but I'm sure the
I
Capions may invite me.
I got one on you when I coached USA teams. I got to go and I got to play golf. Beautiful courses.
Beautiful, I bet it is. There's the pitch. That one breaking ball misses outside as the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Maybe we'll need to do that, Frank. What do you think?
Maybe Mr. Capion plays some golf and he'll invite me to come out there one day. And
that's that invitation from we'll be out there.
Isn't that something? Play-by-play announcer inviting himself. That one hit to the right-hand side, and there goes the Jeep, almost gets hit. As the count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 down to Mr. Capion as he's in relief here, pinching for Corey Mason. Mason was 2 for 4, as he had 2 base hits. Here's the pitch. That one hit to the third baseman. That's going to be in the gap between the third baseman and the shortstop. So Thomas Capion records his first hit of the ball game, and that means Riley moves to second base here in the top half of the 8th inning.
It's definitely, I guess, seeing high on hits, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that is the 16th hit now for the Newton Rebels, and that will bring up the first baseman, number 44, Carson Thor. Thor flew out to center field, laid down a sacrifice in the 4th, and got base on balls in the 5th, and got hit by a pitch in the 6th. Here's the ball hit right-hand side. Looks like the ball's going right down the line. Right fielder not able to get to it.
Yeah, Thor right there. I just let the ball. It's an outside pitch. It's a little too deep. And sometimes that's what happens. You drop the barrel and drop your hands, and that's what happened. The ball, but he was lucky, Frank, because just out of the stretched hands.
So 11-4 is the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. Runner on at first and second, right on at second, Capion at first, as we do have 2 down. And Carson Thor on swing and a miss there by Thor, as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
You see right there, he's got 2 quick strikes. Is it 2-2? What's the count?
There's no balls, 2 strikes.
I thought, yeah.
The other one's 2 outs there.
2
Here's
strikes,
the pitch. There's the ball, hits the third base side, going to be foul. And the count will stay at no balls, 2 strikes.
And, 2 strikes, step out. Just don't jump right back in. Don't get in the pitcher's rhythm. Mr. Kim here would tell you that. That's what you're doing. They're going off rhythm, right? They're going off rhythm. So
no balls, 2 strikes. Now here's the ball, breaking ball that stays up high. Mr. Kim, I believe, had like 8 or 9 strikeouts the first time he pitched against Newton Rebels. And pitched a really nice game.
No,
he's sitting right next to us as he's doing the scoreboards. Is anybody out there that you'd like to say hi to, Mr. Kim?
Hi, this is Kim.
Who's that?
This is Kim. I'm one of the players for Batcats.
Okay, one of the players for the Batcats, the pitcher. That ball hit right down the line. It is fouled off the foot of Carson Thor.
He's a fine gentleman and glad to meet him. And we told Frank we're going to be watching him the rest of the season. So
yeah, he pitched really great against the Newton Rebels. We have all respect for good players, that's for sure. And he definitely is a good pitcher. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, as that one was fouled off. And here's the pitch. That one, fastball misses high, and the count will now stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, we welcome you all. The score 11-4 in favor of your Newton Rebels. If you are a Batcat, we also welcome you to the broadcast. Here's the pitch. That one hit hard into center field. Center fielder moves up, makes the catch. That's Alex Rogers. for out number 3. And I think that's not Rogers. It looks like it's somebody different, so I'm not sure who it is, but we'll find out who it is, as that is the 3rd out. The top half of the 8th inning for the Newton Rebels, they score no runs. They get 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 7.5 innings of play, it is the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Batcats 4, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now pitching for the Newton Rebels, it looks like it's going to be number 2, Cade Schultz.
Yeah, Cade Schultz. I guess we're going with that tool position. You know, he's an infielder from Butler County Community College from Wichita, 6 foot 195, and he just finished his freshman season. And I know we have seen him on the mound, but that's it's working today, Frank. When you have Wallifer and you have Nick Grade, and then you got Cade Schultz. I mean, so that's pretty neat having some dual athletes, I guess, dual position players, and it's working today, isn't it?
Well, Nick Grade came in the 5th inning, so he pitched 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. Did a great job. Only gave up, let me see here, only gave up 1 hit as he walked
Pitch hitting for the Batcats. Number
3 batters. But he did end up having 4 strikeouts. So good job there by Nick Grade. Cade Schultz now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. Due up is the second baseman. Correction, we have a pinch hitter now, number 3 coming in.
Number 3 is Brett Freiberg.
Brett Freiberg.
Freiberg. 5'10", 180. Bats left, a utility player, freshman from Rock Valley College in Homer Glen, Illinois.
Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. That one in there, called strike 2. Nice breaking ball there by Cade Schultz. His count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, I tell you what, if I had to pick player of the game, it's got to be that pitching staff.
Yeah, well, I think
really
the relief pitchers.
Swing and a miss there by Freiberg, and he goes down swinging for out number 1. That is the first strikeout recorded by Cade Schultz.
The relief pitchers are the ones that keeping us in the game, and we were down, and Walliford was down. I mean, when he came in and kept us in the game when we had the big inning.
Now batting.
We have another pinch hitter, number 17 now coming in. Will be Kyle Gates.
Kyle Gates, 6'1", 185. Outfielder freshman, Full College from Lavernia, Texas.
Well, he's the one that was out in center field to meet the catch with William Rogers. So, but usually they don't introduce him until they come up the bat. So the first pitch is ball 1 to him. That one hit to the first baseman. That's going to be in foul territory as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom half. 11-4 is the score in favor of your Newton Rebels.
And again, Frank, Newton Rebels play tomorrow. It's 6 o'clock.
Is it 6 o'clock tomorrow?
It's tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
I thought it was 7, so I'm glad you said that. So once again, 6 o'clock time tomorrow as the Newton Rebels will take on a new opponent. It will be the Hasteville Aviators coming in for the first time, a 5-game series. And then on Monday we'll be at X Stadium. That one lifted to the left-hand side. That's going to be out of play. Count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, we'll be in at Wichita State University X Stadium. We will not be broadcasting from there because the Sunflower Collegiate League will be broadcasting it on YouTube. You need to go to Sunflower Collegiate League on YouTube on Monday, and that game time is 5 p.m. And KGSO's Doug Downs and Mr. Gorgeous will be, Anthony will be announcing those games, I believe. There is ball 4, and we'll have a runner on at first base now with one down. Gate takes the walk, and that will bring up the, let's see if it's left fielder number 14. It is left fielder number 14, Dylan Blomquist.
No, I'm not sure, Frank, but it looks like Zach Gillig's out there just kind of playing a little rainbow catch, if I'm not sure. So just kind of looks like him. I can't see the number.
Well, that's definitely the guy that you want out on the mound in the ninth inning if needed. There goes the runner to second base. Throw down to second base is not going to be enough. The ball goes down to the right field, but the second baseman is backing up as Brotman took that throw. So safely is Kyle Gates. And Cade Schultz never looked him back, but that's okay because, like I say, all we need is outs. Good outs. By the way, that ball game, once again, I want to make sure I mention on Monday, it is 5 p.m. start time, and it is on YouTube, but it's the Sunflower Collegiate League Sunflower Collegiate League channel. We will not be broadcasting, but I will be doing the play-by-play.
I was about to ask, who's doing the PA, Frank?
Yeah, I will be doing the PA there for 2 games. The Sunflower Collegiate League puts a showcase every Monday night, and we have a double header. And Casey Walkup, the commissioner of the Sunflower Collegiate League, texted me about a week or so ago, make sure that I was available to do the PA. So I will be doing the PA that evening, Monday night at the X Stadium. The Sunflower Collegiate League is a great thing because last year with COVID and no baseball team in Wichita, that gave something for the fans to do last year, and that was just a great job there by Casey Walkup, our commissioner.
Well, I think it was all, and I'll tell you, the general manager stepped up. I mean, I don't think all the guys in the league get a lot of credit because we had to make a decision, all of us. Casey kind of left it up to us, and what guys want to do, and so we had to make a decision by May 15th.
Well, not only that, but there's a swing and a miss there by Blomquist as the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike.
It's nice to see the crowds back, and it's, everything's getting a little more back to normal. Not 100% yet, but it's getting there.
That one misses outside, ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 and 2 strikes now, full count now. Yeah, and not only that, but Casey gets a little credit then to the general managers, but so does WSU, Wichita State University, there's a swing and a miss there by Blomquist, and he goes down swinging. That is the second strikeout recorded by Cade Schultz, and the second out of the inning.
And he's a tough guy to strike out. We haven't struck him out too much, but, got him a couple times.
Number 21, Andrew Inwea.
And that will bring up the designated hitter number 21, Andrew Inwea. And like I say, WSU working with the Sunflower Collegiate League, and also KGSO, who stepped up and said we'll broadcast the games as far as on the radio, and they will be our play-by-play announcer and color commentators. And I believe Andrew is Andrew broadcasting that,
I believe he's supposed to be there. Yeah, he's
will be telecasting those games, or broadcasting those games, I should say, and I'm sure he's got some help. And those names slip my head right now, but we want to thank them. There's a foul off there by Inwea. I thought that was going to be strike 3.
And here's another tough hitter. He finds a way to get on base. He's a guy in game 2 hit that home run.
Yeah, he's got power, that's for sure. Runner on at third base. I've got him at first, and I apologize. 2 down. Been doing some talking here. As the count is no balls, 2 strikes. Once again, 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 11-4 is the score. And here's the pitch. That one hits him in the back there. So Inwea, that's the second time he's been hit by the pitch. He'll be going to first base, and that will bring up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn. Looks like Schultz was trying to throw a break ball there or something.
Well, he just trying to aim it right there. Just get this last out. Get his last out. And I believe, like I said, if that's Gillig in bullpen, let him finish this up.
That's right. That brings up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn now, with runners on at first and third base with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 11-4 the score. That first pitch is in for strike 1. Nice pitch there by Cade Schultz. We don't have time to interview all the pitchers here tonight, so we're going to have to either go with Oliver or we're going to have to go with Nolan Riley's 3 for 4.
Walford and Grade, or both of them maybe? I don't know. Do you want those?
Well, we could do that. We could do it real quick. I don't have another set of headset, but
I think it's good to have the pitchers in there. We haven't. I don't think we've had too many, have we?
No, we haven't. It's been basically batters. So if you want to, we can do that. Walford and Grade, and both those gentlemen will be on the broadcast here. Their parents can see them. That count goes to the ball, 2 strikes now. We do have runners on at first and third with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And Cade Schultz is the pitcher. Here's the throw. That one lifted into center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Another run scores, makes it 11-5. Now we'll have runners on at first and second with 2 down. That is the 5th hit recorded by the Great Bend Batcats. And that one there spin just kind of lifted into short center field. That one fell in for a base hit and an RBI.
Looks like Coach Clark's seen enough right now because he is going to make a change, and I'm pretty sure we know who it is.
Yeah, it's only going to be the guy that is on top of the strikeout list here. Looks like Cade Schultz is saying that the back of his elbow is hurting. So I believe it's going to be. That's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. I couldn't tell you.
Mr. Gillick. It's not Mr. Gillick. We'll see who it is. Maybe it is.
Yes, yeah, looks like it.
My minds are going. If
That's why I got these glasses.
Number 34, Nick Gillick. Nick Gillick. Zach Gillick. I was thinking of Nick Gray there. So Zach Gillick coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels.
With this, Eagle Radio called to the bullpen. You look at the boys like your Eagle Radio station. It's number 34, Zach Gillick.
Now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels will be number 34, Zach Gillick. That pitching change is sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. So we thank all our sponsors once again. And Zach Gillick coming in to pitch. And Zach Gillick is second on the list on strikeouts as he has 17 strikeouts so far here this season.
Yeah, Zach Gillick, I mean, the guy we know very well, you and I, Frank. Valley Center, Kansas, 6'2", 205, Pratt Community College, and he's his redshirt sophomore year. And like I said, he's fun to watch. He's a guy that I feel pretty comfortable when he's in the game, especially as a coach I would be, and I actually did get to coach him. So a couple years ago, Friends University, and one of my favorite players. And he'll come in here and he'll come right after you, and he has a slider. He's working on change-ups, different. I mean, he has different motions and everything else. So I mean, he'll come right after you, and he's an exciting pitcher, and I like how he works fast, Frank.
Well, so far Gillick is 0-0 for the season. He has pitched 9 innings, has given up 5 runs, and has a total of 17 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's a good ratio right there.
The only guy that's ahead of him is Mr. Peterson from the Sunflower Collegiate League, I believe.
From the Siege?
The seat? Is that the seat?
Let's see.
S-U-L. S-L-U, I'm sorry. I believe that's who it is. Anyway, Mr. Gillick comes 0.00 ERA. And the first batter he'll be facing Nico Baumbach, correction. So we have Inwea on at second base, Spin at first base with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The score 11-5 now. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Baumbach. And here's Gillick's pitch. That one fouled off there by Baumbach as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One thing about Gillick is he's got three good pitches that really been working for him all year long, but he's got a great fastball. And we discussed this before. He really hides the ball well. When
you can see it right here. I mean, you can see it. You're watching all of it and see it, and boom, there it is.
Look at how he hides that back behind his leg. That one almost gets away from Connor Allen, but a nice job there by Allen. As the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 now to Nico Baumbach with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 11-5 is the score now in favor of Newton. And here's the pitch by Gillick. That one hit to the second baseman. Second baseman has only 1 play, and that is to first for a 4-3 put out for the 3rd out. So that was second baseman. We have new Jurgensen was the second baseman. So the bottom half of the 8th inning for Great Bend, they score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of the inning to play, it is the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Batcats 5. And we'll be right back. We welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer as we go to the top half of the ninth inning. Diego Escobedo is the pitcher for the Great Bend Bats. Up for the Newton Rebels is second baseman number 6, Camden Jurgensen, followed by Allen and Hickman. So Camden Jurgensen, who came in to play second base, is now the batter. This is his second time at the plate. He came in, batted in the 6th inning. And General Manager Mark Cavallo will get our players of the game. And there will be 2 pitchers here tonight. We couldn't decide on which one, so we're going to go with Rylan Wallenberg and Nick Gray. Both coming out here as Nick Gray pitched 2.5 2-1 innings, and Wallenberg went about 3 and 3.5 innings. So that pitch is called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Let me get here on the right inning there. So the count goes no balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top half of the 9th inning. 11-5 now the score in favor of Newton. And here's Escobedo's pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one misses for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jurgensen. Here in the top half of the 9th. Escobedo's pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss there by Jurgensen. And goes down swinging for out number 1. Good pitch there by Escobedo. So he tried to hit that outside corner, but Jurgensen did go down swinging, and that's what we like to see as far as protecting the plate. He didn't stand and watch it. And we'll bring up the catcher number 22, Connor Allen. Jurgensen 0 for 2 here as he grounded down to the second baseman his first time. Then he just struck out that time. Well, Connor Allen is 2 for 4. Who had a 2-run home run in the 4th inning to make it 4-3. Very important 2-run here for the Newton Rebels at that time as they were down 4-1. 1 ball, no strike, and that breaking ball in there for call strike. And the count will even up now at 1-1. Game not over yet as the score is 11-5. And here's the pitch by Escobedo. That one tails away from Allen. So the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, and here's the pitch by Escobedo. That one hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be out of play. Nobody's going to be able to get to it, so that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'd like to remind you, tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock is the game time, and we don't have a baseball game before that, so we will get started at around 5:45 to 5:50 with pregame, and we will face the Hayesville Aviators. The one's coming to plate, to Newton. That one fouled off, and the count stays at 2-2. We will face the Hayesville Aviators on Monday evening from X Stadium on the Sunflower Collegiate League Showcase. And they will be on YouTube, broadcast by the channel is Sunflower Collegiate League. Newton Rebels will not broadcast that game. There's a swing miss there by Allen, and a throw down to first base for out number 2. So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the 9th inning, and that will bring up the right field number 0, Eli Hickman. So 2 down now as Escobedo gets second strikeout of the ball game and the second strikeout of this inning. Brings up the right fielder number 0, Eli Hickman. Oh, that one hits Hickman in the back of the head there on the helmet as he squatted down, tried to get out of the way, and umpire is making sure that he's okay. Head coach Brett Clark comes running from third base. And looks like Hickman will be taking his base there to first as a hit batsman.
It was a breaking ball that looked like it was going over his head, then dropped and hit Hickman right in the helmet. Looked like luckily the helmet got most of it.
So Eli Hickman is okay. He will stay in the ball game for the Newton Rebels. And that will bring up now the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman. Brotman is 3 for 5 here tonight, as he has scored 3 runs. So there will be a runner on at first base now with 2 down. And here's the pitch to Brotman. That ball hits the shortstop. Shortstop will bobble the ball and not going to be able to get to it. That's going to be an error. That is the 3rd error recorded against the Great Bend Batcats. So Andrew Brotman will be on at first base. An error on the shortstop, and that will bring up a left fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. So now a runner on at first and second with 2 down. And that ball lifted into left field. Left fielder Blomquist makes the catch for out number 3. So fly out to the left fielder for the 3rd out. And the top half of the 9th inning for the Rebels. They scored no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. At the end of 8 1/2, it is the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Cats 5. We'd like to thank all our sponsors here tonight. They are Colonel Tim Shimano of the Kansas National, your home team, always ready, always there. Any double play, which we have had tonight, sponsored by the team of Pate and Paul, attorneys at law, working for you. Pitching changes, which we have had, is sponsored by Roofing. They have you covered. Any doubles, which we have had tonight, is sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Any home runs we've had, which we have had 1 here tonight for the Rebels, and that's sponsored by John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. And in any great plays, which we have had, or the player of the game, or players of the game, are sponsored by the Carl Hodges and family, the Rebels tradition since 2000. Once again, we thank you all to our sponsors, and especially to our host families for gathering the players and having a place for them to stay. We appreciate all you do for the Newton Rebels. If you would like to become a sponsor, a strikeout sponsor, we need still a foul ball sponsor. Don't forget that you can get a hold of Mark Cavallo and become a sponsor for the remainder of the season. All right, we do up now here in the bottom half of the 9th inning for the Great Bend Batcats is number 26, Junior Torres. And up for his 2nd inning work is Zach Gillick as he came in the 8th inning. First pitch to him is ball 1 to Torres. The count goes 1 ball, no strike. So 1 ball, no strike now to Torres. And here's Gillick. That one misses outside for ball 2. So 2-0 now count. 11-5 is the score here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. But all we're looking for is 3 outs now. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Torres as the count goes 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 struck now to Torres. And that one fouled off again by Torres, and that will even up the count now at 2-2. Trying to get the standings here and having a hard time throwing that ball laid down by Torres. And it's going to be a 2-3 play for out 1. So we do have 1 down now here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. And due up now will be the right fielder, number 5, Taylor Henry. Henry is 0 for 4 here tonight. He flew out to the first baseman in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 3rd, flew out to the second baseman in the 5th inning, and then flew out to the center fielder in the 7th. So Henry looking for his first hit of the ball game. First pitch to him is called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike now to Henry. And here's the pitch. That one fouled off. And the count will now go to no balls and 2 strikes. We'll have short interviews with the players here tonight. Once again, we have selected Ryland Wallingford, who came in to pitch for the Newton Rebels, along with Nick Grade, who came in to pitch in the 5th inning and was relieved in the 8th inning. So we can decide between those two because they were very important innings as Ryland Wallingford came in the 2nd inning and he got the big out in that 2nd inning. The ball hit the 3rd baseman, Nolan Riley, fires a strike over to the first baseman for out number 2. So a 5-3 put out for the 2nd out. And now we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. That will bring up the first baseman, number 19, Jet Forrest.
Jet Forrest.
Trying to look up something on my phone here. Sorry about that. The count is 1 ball and no strikes now to Forrest, as we do have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the ninth. That one fouled off, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, we thank you all very much for joining us. Don't forget, tomorrow's game starts at 6 p.m. against the Hayesville Aviators, and Monday's game starts at 5 p.m. from X Stadium in the Sunflower League Showcase. That second game on Monday will not be broadcast on the Newton Rebels channel. It will be broadcast on the Sunflower Collegiate League channel on YouTube. Once again, that game starts at 5 p.m. on Monday. Here's the pitch by Gillick. That's in there for call strike, as the count now goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. 11-5 is the score in favor of your Newton Rebels. And here's Gillick's 2-2 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 3, so the count will go full now at 3-2. Yet Forrest is the better for the Great Bend Batcats. Here's the pitch by Gillick. That one hit right back up the middle. Second baseman Jurgensen moves to his right, goes to first for out number 3, and that is the ball game. The final score: the Newton Rebels 11 and the Great Bend Batcats 5. And the Newton Rebels get their second victory of the season as they take their record to 2-8. Congratulations goes to the Newton Rebels. With that loss, I believe the Great Bend Batcats go to 8-2. Are you guys 8-2 or 7-3? Record, your record? 7-3 or 8-2? 7-3? Okay, I believe they were 7-3. Like I said, I'll look up the stats right now because the computer went out. So once again, the congratulations to the Newton Rebels. Coming up is our 2 stars of the game. Thank you. And Players of the Game is sponsored by Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels have continued since the year 2000. Those 2 players will be Rylan Wallenford. And let me see if I can find the stats real quick on him, because he had a great ball game here tonight. Nope. It's not giving it to me now again. Once again, for some reason, the website is blocking us out for some reason. Don't know what, so unless I do it right in my head here real quick. Don't forget, tomorrow evening's game starts at 6 p.m. from Newton, Kansas, as they host the Hayesville Aviators. And then Monday's game starts at 5 p.m., but will be on a different channel. It will be on the Sunflower Collegiate League channel on YouTube, and that game starts at 5 p.m. First, we're going to have Rylan Wallenford will be coming in to us. Go ahead and put the mic down there, Rylan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I can't hear you, so let me turn you up a little bit. And I'll cut us over here so everybody can see you. Once again, we welcome you to the post-game show, and this is the players of the game tonight. We have Rylan Walford for the Newton Rebels, who came in relief of Judith Graham, and Nick Greed also came in. He came in the 5th inning. You came in a very important inning there, Ryan. You came in the 2nd inning. The Great Bend Batcats scored 4 runs and had the bases loaded. Made the batters fly at right field for third out, was very important. And then you went clear to the 5th inning when Nick Gray came in to start pitching. So I believe you faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 batters total, and you had only gave up 1 hit, and that was very important because the Newton Rebels were down at the time 4-1, and then made it 4-3 there in the top half of the 4th inning. How did you feel tonight getting in? We didn't know you were a pitcher, by the way.
Yeah, through high school. I didn't throw
in
college,
high school?
but yeah.
I mean, they turn you up just a little bit so I can hear you. I think they can hear you. So you did throw in high school?
Yeah, I threw in high school for sure. And I just asked Coach Mike, I was like, hey, can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Okay, I threw in high school, and I didn't throw in college at all. I threw like maybe a punt or 2, but I decided to ask Coach Mike to see if I could step on the mound, and past 2 nights I got 2 appearances. So yeah,
well, that's good.
Pitching.
Now, you come from where?
Bennington, Nebraska.
Okay, Nebraska.
Small
and then
town,
who are your parents?
Tina Wallingford and Don Wallingford. How's it going, guys?
And I'm sure you'd like to say hi to them. And then also you have some siblings?
Yeah, Kobe, he's a catcher right now down in Manhattan. I actually saw him 2 days ago. We had our off day, and then Maya, my sister. Yeah.
Okay. And then we ever determined what college you're going to?
I'm transferring from Celeste, Tennessee to McCook, JUCO in Nebraska.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where I'm headed.
And then the other question that we ask you is who your favorite?
Favorite player right now is definitely Zane Bogarts or Alex Verdugo for the Red Sox.
Okay.
Big Red Sox fan.
A big Red Sox fan. And then also the last question that we ask all the players, and that is who would you like to spend 5 minutes with?
I was borderline. Rob Gronkowski. I would say Rob Gronkowski for sure.
Okay.
He just always has that energy. Seems like a fun guy.
Fun guy. So before you, how did you feel tonight? Did you feel like you were really in control of your pitch? Because you looked like you were.
Yeah, I really enjoy it now. Just throwing it right down, roll plate, letting them get themselves out. I trust my defense enough to let them get it out there. Yeah.
Well, the defense, had a big double play there in one of the innings there. That,
Fifth inning.
Yeah, that really got us out of the jam there, and that was a big play for the Newton Rebels. And we had combined drives, toward the players that helped out and kept up and did a good job. But tonight, we scored 11 runs with 16 hits, only had 2 errors, and then the Great Bend Bobcats only scored 5 runs with 5 hits.
Yeah.
So that the pitching did great, and the bats did great. The errors didn't really cost us tonight, and we didn't give up a whole heck of a lot of walks or hit passes, which is what we have been doing.
Yeah.
So I want to congratulate you for being player of the game, along with Nick Grade, and but we wanted to have you on. Before you get off, though, is there anybody that we'd like to say hi to on air there?
I don't know if she's watching, but my grandma Mimi. I do it for my grandma Mimi for sure.
Oh my God, that's my mom. That was my mom's name. She passed away 4 years ago, so no, that's okay. That's special when you call her me. But tears might be honest with you. So anyway, we want to congratulate you. We congratulate you especially on the performance that you
Appreciate it so much.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And we're going to put on Nick Grade now and say bye to everybody before you get off the air.
Adios.
There you go. That was Ryland Walliford coming in to be player of the game. And once again, the player of the game is sponsored by Carl Hodges and Family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. And now we have Nick Grade. Nick Grade came in the 5th inning and did a great job for the Newton Rebels. And you started in the 5th inning and you went clear to the 8th inning.
Yep.
Which means you faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 batters. You didn't allow a single run. I think you only gave up 1 hit, and that was a double. Those were errors. You had a total of 4 strikeouts. So you did a great job here, Nick. We saw you play second base the other night.
Yes, sir.
But this is the first time we got a chance to see you pitch. Let me move the camera so we can see you there. There we go, a lot better. And so we were very impressed with the way you pitched here tonight. You were well in control, and you did what you needed to do to keep the guys off base and especially not allow them to score.
Exactly. So my college coach always said, just throw it right down, challenge them, just do that job, and we'll get through it.
Well, good. Well, Nick, since you're a newcomer, we asked the questions of all the players. And this is the question, of course. We know your number 33, and then we ask who your parents are.
My parents are Gary Grade and Deanna Grade.
Okay, so you want to say hi to them?
I'm on my dad.
There you go. And then do you have any siblings?
I do. My sister Samantha.
Okay, I'm sure you want to say hi to Samantha.
What's up, sister?
Okay, there you go. And then the other question that we had was what college you're going to?
I'm going to Columbia Basin College. It's a JUCO in Washington. And my coach, Stephen McGovern. Father Wadden. That'd be cool.
Well,
my coach.
I want him to know that you did a great job for us here tonight. And then the question that we had is who your favorite player is?
Ooh. I like Cody Bellinger
Okay.
on the Dodgers. That's my all-time favorite team.
Okay, the Dodgers and Mr. Bellinger. And then the last question, and this one here, you may do a little thinking. Like I said, we gave most of the players a chance, about a week chance to turn their answers in. But since you are just new to us, we haven't had a chance to get with you. But the last question is, if you had 5 minutes to spend with somebody, who would that be?
I know Bess is quite in a couple school classes, but if he was still alive, it would be Ron Williams. Just a comedic guy. He just seems like such a down-to-earth person that you just want to talk around.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I like Robin Williams. He made a lot of great movies, and like you say, he just seemed like he had a fun personality.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, we have Nick Grade is our other player of the game. Came in and pitched a really good in relief for the Newton Rebels, and the Newton Rebels were able to score 11 runs on 16 hits, 2 errors, and held the Great Bend Bats to 5 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors. So congratulations goes to the Newton Rebels as they get their second victory of the season. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, the Newton Rebels will take on the Hayesville Aviators. That game is scheduled for 6 p.m. in Newton, Kansas. And then Monday, don't forget, Monday's game at 5 p.m. out of X Stadium, and that will be on YouTube. It will not be on the Newton Rebels channel. It will be on Sunflower Collegiate League channel. And instead of doing the play-by-play for the Rebels, I will be doing the PA announcing for those 2 games at X Stadium for the Sunflower Collegiate League. So this is Frank Martinez. We want to thank all our sponsors. They are the Colonel Tim Muller family in honor of the Kansas National Guard, and also the team of Pate and Paul, the attorneys at law. Sponsors Ray Roofing, Cobra Enterprise Store Stuff, and Billy Connections, also the John Oderman family. And then the sponsor of the players of the game is Carl Hodges. The Rebels tradition continues since 2000. Also, don't forget Back Alley Pizza and our host families. We thank you very much for being us here this evening. The Newton Rebels win 11-5 as they get their second victory of the season. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Is game time. Good evening. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, wishing you a good evening.
We'll be right back.